Okay, we're here. How you doing, everybody? Welcome to Friday. Thank God it's Friday. The good news, it's Friday. The bad news, you don't get the trade after today until Monday. So you have to take a couple of days off. Self-imposed exile. For some of you, I know it drives you nuts because you love trading every day. It's okay. We're going to be fine. The weekend will work miracles for you on many counts, especially if you're an option writer. Depreciation is the key to success, and the weekend takes 2 days away from the life of a contract, and that just means depreciation is in your wheelhouse. It works for you. Welcome to the show here. It's your buddy Uncle Bruce, live from Calgary, Alberta, here in Canada, where it's kind of cloudy out today. It looks like we might have some possible shower activity. I'm kind of curious about. I don't know if that's real or not, but no, not really. They say it's going to be cloudy and then sunny later today. But tomorrow, 35% chance of showers, 40% on Sunday. Highs today, 75, but only 61 tomorrow and 54 for the high on Sunday. We just cannot shake into the hot weather at all yet. No one really is complaining around here. We're quite pleased with the Calgarians seem to be pleased with the kind of weather they're getting at the moment. It was the sun's angle so high, and sunset at 9:45 at night. And it's a slow sunset. You ever been to? If you're in southern Florida, you're in California, you're in the Caribbean. Sunset is a quick, sudden affair, and within 20 minutes of the sun going down, it's getting dark around here, like really getting dark. Around here in Calgary, we have this sunset that just slowly goes across the horizon. And we still have daylight half an hour after sunset. It's amazing. So it takes quite some time. We don't get dark until like 11 o'clock at night. Really something. Now, for those of you in Europe, you're laughing at me because I know in Copenhagen, and in Stockholm and Oslo, Helsinki, you're daylight until midnight. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's a whole different world. When you travel, if you're becoming an option writer around here, you're going to be traveling more because you'll be able to afford to because you don't work for anybody else but yourself. You're going to go to places like this, and you're going to see what Jen and I saw just last year in Copenhagen and Stockholm. Beautiful places, totally different worlds. Western world, yeah, bicycles rule everything. People in really good physical condition. Obesity is not very prevalent there. It's shocking. You don't. It doesn't hit you at the beginning, but then it hits you. And you go, oh my God, yeah, look around downtown here. It's quite something. Anyway, I digress. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the party. GameStop. Let's talk about GameStop. Okay. I'm getting conflicting reports. I'm not sure who to believe, what to believe, why to believe anything anymore. What's going on with the annual meeting of GameStop? I had been led to believe that the company's annual meeting, would be today at something like 11:30 Dallas time or Grapevine, Texas time, which is Central Daylight Time. I think was that what they call it? So that would be 12:30 New York time, and 10:30 my time, and 9:30 California time. And then someone said to me, "No, it's not today. It's Monday." And then I go, "Oh my God, I think you might be right, because it says here the meeting will be reconvened at 11:30 CDC on June 17. Today's the 14th, so we don't see this meeting until Monday. So the annual meeting has been postponed till Monday for GameStop rather than today. Very interesting. So obviously, if I've misled any of you by mentioning this on my Gold Bagel show, I apologize. It's now Monday, but you know what this means? You know what this means? This is a good thing. Delaying the annual meeting until Monday just puts more speculation into the mix about what are they going to say. Are they going to say anything? And what are they going to talk about? Are they going to talk about anything? What are they going to do with all that money they're sitting on, $4 billion? Are they going to say anything about that? And so I put the question to you today. Those of you who are here already, 598 of you, as you're piling in here, come on in. Welcome from around the world. Say hi to me. Tell me where you're watching me from. I got a poll question for you today. It's just for you guys. This is your shot to respond. The question is simply: GameStop has $4 billion in cash. It should now, and you've got four choices. It should now buy shares of SoFi. It should now buy shares of C3.ai Inc. It should now buy into crypto stocks. GameStop should now just collect interest on the $4 billion, $200 million a year, $50 million every 3 months. Company is profitable, and take your time and see if the right deal comes along. Interesting. Well, okay, there are 272 of you who have already responded to that poll question. By the way, the thumbs ups are not keeping up with the poll question. If you take the poll question, do me a favor and give me a thumbs up at the same time. Help the channel a little bit. Right now, the thumbs ups are 92, and the poll question is at 290 votes. 32% are saying, this company should buy up SoFi stock right now. SoFi, so cheap. SoFi shares sitting at $6.73 in the pre-market. The GameStop people, if they started nibbling up SoFi shares just as an investment, they could get 10% of this company for maybe I don't know. Market cap is last report $7 billion or so, 7.2 billion, 720 to 750 million is what it would cost to own 10% of SoFi, the absolute dominant player, number one player in fintech banking. They will be, and they are the Amazon. They're going to be the Amazon of fintech. This stock is a $25 to $30 stock a year from now. My prediction, my guess, my opinion. You decide for yourself whether I'm right or not, because this is an S&P 500 listed company next year, and they're going to be 25 to 30 billion market cap instead of 7, based on earnings and cash flow and number of members and so on. So why doesn't GameStop pick up 100 million shares of this stuff over like the next week or two? Just nibble up 3, 4, 5 million a day, and in 2 weeks you got 10% of the bank, and you're putting a squeeze on the shorters, of which there are a lot of shares short right now, 183 million of them. Put the squeeze on these bastards, and hey, watch that stock triple or quadruple in price, and next thing you know, GameStop takes 750 million, turns it into 3 billion in value. That'll help GameStop shares go another $20 a share higher. The second option is, okay, GameStop should now buy shares of AI, C3.ai Inc., symbol AI. Because AI is a company that is rapidly becoming profitable in the creation of artificial intelligence software. They have got some of the largest government departments as their clients. Those checks don't bounce. These guys are trading around $30 a share. The entire company, the whole company's value, market cap $3.7 billion. So there's only 118 million shares in existence, 105 million trade. We're talking a very thinly traded stock compared to even GameStop at 400 million shares out. The folks at GameStop, they picked up, if they picked up 15 million shares of this thing, $350, $400 million, they'd own over 10% of the company. The short position on this stock is unbelievable. AI has a short position of almost 31 million shares. There are only 105 million that can trade. This is a huge, almost 30% short position. So if GameStop were to buy 15, 20 million shares, very quietly, very calmly, they would put the boots to these short sellers. This stock would go to 100 a share, and that would triple GameStop's value in this company, and they would take 300 million and turn it into $1 billion. That would add $10, $15 a share to GameStop's price. All right, the third option is buy into crypto stocks. Now, as you all are aware, you have to be aware. I am not a crypto guy. I'm not a crypto expert. I'm not a crypto fan. It's just there. And if Ryan Cohen, the 38-year-old CEO, chairman of the board, wants to get involved in something crypto, more power to him. However he's going to do it, I have no suggestions. But 20% of you are saying, he should do that. 32% say he should buy SoFi. 10% of the respondents are saying he should buy into AI. And 20% of you guys are saying he should buy into crypto stocks. The last option is, why don't you just sit on the money and collect the interest right now on the $4 billion? 37% are saying, that's a good idea. Why don't you just do that? Bring in $50 million a quarter. GameStop is a profitable company on top of everything else. If they make $50 million a quarter on their retail stores and they're making $50 million a quarter on interest, the company's making $100 million profit every 3 months. As a going concern right now, and the talk about the company becoming a blockbuster is no longer relevant. Well, you gotta respect that. There you go. So those are the choices that I've come up with. I just came up with 4 ideas. There's 380 of you who've now responded to this, and there's 175 thumbs uppers coming in here. So thank you for the thumbs ups and doing the poll question. Kind of curious. Throw it at you. Decide what you decide was going to happen. Okay, well, let's talk about Roaring Kitty. Let's talk about Roaring Kitty because this has been a most interesting week, and I'm really impressed with what's happened here. I say, way to go, buddy. He made the move that we were speculating about here a couple of days ago. Nicely done. By the way, Big River, thank you. What are the chances Kitty actually sold his 5 million shares and closed 30,000 calls and cash on that so he could exercise 90,000 of those calls? No, he didn't have to do that. He just sold 75,000 of his contracts for $50 million Wednesday night, the last 45 minutes before we closed on Wednesday. He took the 50 million, added it to the 30 million. That's 80 million. He bought 4 million shares for $80 million. And the remaining 5,000 contracts he had, he probably sold them for another $3.5 million. That's why he's sitting on right now approximately $6 million in cash. From what I am led to believe, that seems to be the story. Now, what could Roaring Kitty do now? He's sitting on 9 million shares. Oh, by the way, Big River, thank you for the super chat. Any of you want to do this, send me super chat with a question, by all means. I can't miss it. The colored bar pops up. Look, what could Rory Kitty do now, and what should he do now, and why? And I'm going to expand that, and I'm going to say not just Roaring Kitty. I think every single shareholder of GameStop, everyone that wants to still be a shareholder of GameStop, you don't ever want to sell your stock, you love the thing, you believe in Ryan Cohen, you believe in the future, you know that they're cash rich, they're not going broke, all this. You know what you should all do? Every one of you, you should write call options on this stock. Every single shareholder that owns GameStop should offer contracts into the options market for cash. And then you take that dough and you buy more shares of GameStop. And what would happen? Just think about this. Out of 400 and something million shares out there, if 150 million of those shares had options written against them, okay, by individuals who own 1, 2, 3, 4, 500,000, 5,000, 10,000, and or someone like Keith Gill who could do 5,000 contracts at a time. Every day he could do 10,000 contracts and write on all 9 million over like 2 weeks. And he would be into, like everyone else, 2 to 3, 4 month contracts that just roll over. They're out of the money, well out of the money. They can be at 50, 40, 60. You can go 2 months out, 3 months, 4 months. I'm wondering if every option written on an average, some would bring in $3, $4 a contract, some would bring in 5, 6, some would bring in 7, 8, depending on the strike price. But if the average was $5 a share, just as a real easy mathematical thing for me to figure out, $5 a share in premium on 150 million shares, $750 million. Okay, and that money gets turned into stock at 30 a share right now. at whatever the stock is. It doesn't matter what it trades at. If it goes to 35 a share today and people are writing $60 calls, and then on Monday it's at $40 a share and people are writing $65 calls, and then on Tuesday, Wednesday, it's $80 a share and people are writing $120 contract. It doesn't matter. It never matters. There's a percentage of money coming in that allows people to turn around and buy up more stock. Okay, so just take it right now at $30 a share. Just stop right there, take a snapshot, click, let the Polaroid develop. Here we go. 150 million shares right now options got written against them with a $5 premium. 750 million would come in cash. $750 million of cash would come into shareholders' hands immediately. Thank you, option gamblers. Now, that money gets turned into stock at $30 a share. How many shares are we talking about buying for $750 million? Are we talking 25 million, 2.5? How many? Again, this is an old brain. I'm 68. You got to help me here. A million shares is 30 million. 10 million shares is 300 million, right? Right? Yeah. 10 million is 300 million, and we have 750 million. So 20 million is 600 million, and then we have 150 more. That's 5 million more, isn't it? Is it 25 million shares? Is that right? 25 million shares will be bought up by existing shareholders of the stock for cash. No interest, no cost. The premium came in, and they just bought this. They bought the stock. 25 million more shares, and they turned around and immediately wrote call options on those 25 million shares at $5 a share, bringing in 5 times 25 million, 125 million more. At $30 a share, it's what, 4 million more shares to be bought off the street. So we've now taken off, what, 29 million shares off the market? Right there. Just from existing shares of only 150 million out of the 400 something that exist. That, my friends, is what creates a short squeeze. That, my friends, screws up hedge funds who are derivative short, call option short, and everything else at the money. This creates momentum of the stock, putting more options in the money to 25 to 35 to 45. The viewers, the 150 million share, they're writing calls at 40, 50, 60, going, come on up here. And if the shares move up into the 40, 50 range, they don't mind. They're sitting on stock that's worth $40, $50. They've written $50 calls plus premium. They're out there taking 55 to get taken out. Maybe they're getting $60 to get taken out. Remember, some folks wrote $2, $3, $4 contracts. Others wrote $7, $8, $10 contracts. Rollovers are going to be done by writers. There's going to roll into another 2 months further out, $10 strike higher, and they're just going to pull the string on these contracts and just say, well, come up here and get me. Well, I'm moving up another $5 in strike. Come and get me up here now. I'm moving up another $10 in strike. And they're dealing with 30% more stock than they had as of yesterday, or 35% more shares that could be, quote, bought from them at a massive premium. And if you do get taken out, you get bought out. You wake up one morning and go, oh, I got exercised. Oh my gosh, they took me out at $50 a share, and I keep the $7 or $8 I got on top of that. What's the stock trading at? Oh, 54? Oh, okay. I'll just buy it back. I got the money. It's in my account. I'll buy it back and I'll write calls again. Now I'm going to write 70s, and I'm going to take the money from that, $8 a share. I'm going to buy more stock at 54, and I'm going to write calls on those. And these shareholders just keep acquiring stock, using their stock as the instrument to write call options against, to just keep picking up more stock. That's all the retail investors have to do. Roaring Kitty has 9 million shares. Just think about this position. If he were to write contracts for 5 each in premium, he would haul in $45 million on 9 million shares. It's all theoretical. It's not going to happen in one trade. Okay, but he's got $45 million more dollars. $30 a share right now. He can buy another 1.5 million shares. He's at 10.5 million. He doesn't owe a dime to anybody. That is cash from gamblers on the option market. He can now write contracts on those 1.5 million he just bought. $5 a share, $7.5 million more dollars. He just keeps that as dry powder along with his 6 million. He's got 13.5 million dry powder in his account, and he's now sitting on 10.5 million shares bought and paid for. 3 months from now, 4 months from now, his contracts expire at, or they depreciate by 75% because he's writing 50s or 60s, or so. The stock's at 40, 45, 50. Doesn't have to go to 150 a share. I mean, theoretically, it'd be great, but if it doesn't, his contracts are going to shrink in value, and he's got powder. He's going to begin to buy back 5,000 calls here, 5,000 calls here at a 40, 50, probably a 60, 70, 80% profit margin. Turn around, write new calls for 3, 4 months out, bring in 6, 8, $10 a share at higher strikes, use the money to buy more shares and write on those. And so he's just going to continually reacquire options, rewrite new options, additional cash coming in, buying up additional shares. And at the end of a year, he adds another 35, 40% to his position. He's gone from 9 million to 12.5 million, 13 million shares just on option writing. How about them apples say? It could be much more than that. Stock's at 29.68, kids. This stock to be run to 100 a share in 3 months, just from the existing shareholders writing options into this insane option market that GameStop has right now. The premiums on GameStop contracts are out of this world. There are folks on this channel right here, right now, who are writing $100 contracts, who've been writing $80 contracts, $75 call option contracts, saying, come and get me at 75. Give me $5 premium, you can have my stock. That takes me out at 80. That's $320 a share if you multiply by 4, because remember, this stock split 4 for 1 2 years ago. So we're now talking taking me out at $320 plus the premium of probably $20, $340. Take me out at $340. Don't you wish, many of you who are here right now, who were involved in GameStop back in 2021, don't you sit back and go, oh man, I remember when those shares climbed up that 1 week, they just went nuts. I should have sold at $320, $340 a share. God, I wish I'd done that. I didn't do that. How many? Remember the movie Dumb Money? You saw people who did sell and some who didn't. They could have, and they would have had hundreds of thousands of dollars. They weren't sitting on 1 million shares. They were sitting on thousands of shares that now were worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. They didn't sell. If you're offered to write a contract at 75 and you get a $5 premium on it, that's $80 a share. That's $320 that you're willing to be taken out at. I don't think you're dumb money if you do that. I don't think so. If you want to be a shareholder of GameStop, that's how you do it. If you're now a newbie of mine, if you're a regular of mine now and you're going to follow this channel for a while and you're into what my viewers are really into, which is we love certain stocks. We love certain scenarios. We're fans of SoFi. We're fans of GameStop. We're fans of other up and coming companies. But what we really are is we are the kind of people that like to make a living and need cash flow to pay our bills. And we've decided to join the family of Uncle Bruce's channel to become option writers. We're going to take the premiums that option writers are paying, those high premiums, out of the money scenarios. We're going to put that in our bank account right away. We're going to grab those, we're going to write those contracts and put that money in our account. And I'd rather be short the option than be short cash. I'll be long the cash, short the option, and let it depreciate as it times out. You love GameStop. These shares of GameStop have been beautiful to you for the last month and a half. They've been fantastic. People here have been writing all kinds of options on GameStop the last month and a half, making a ton of dough from a very surprisingly and unexpected timing. It's so quickly, it's so volatile, amazing. It's been a cash cow here for NVIDIA option writers, because virtually none of my viewers are shareholders of NVIDIA. How many people around here could afford to buy $1,000 shares, 100 at a time, to write an option? Virtually nobody around here. Around here, people are going, I got 15, 20 grand. I got 50 grand. I got 100 grand, but I don't have $1 million. I want to make money on NVIDIA. I want to make money on GameStop, but I don't want to own it. I don't want to be a shareholder and ride that up and down wave. I just want to make money on the volatility. Well, credit spread writers, put credit spreads has been a wonderful tool around here. Cash secured puts, another wonderful way to enjoy this GameStop market. AI shares, Unities, um, there's credit spreads on Apple, Microsoft, Tesla shares, on and on it goes. Then there's the poor man covered call writing strategies, where you buy a deep in the money call, write a call against it. Check out my website, go to my classes, and learn how to do this stuff. There's 17 classes available for you. They're hour and a half to 2 hours long each. You don't have to buy them all. You can buy one at a time, take one at a time. You want to buy all 17 classes in one shot, I'll give you a deal. $1,999, $1,999 US. You can buy all 17 if you want. They normally run you $2,550. Up to you if you want to do that, but you don't need to. You can buy class number 1 for $150. Class number 2, $150. By the time you finish watching class number 2, you absorb 1 and 2. You will now have the raw basics to go. I can write a call option. I could write a put option. I understand now just the basics of this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You get up to less than 8, you're into poor man cover call writing. You're into more advanced strategies. You get past 8, and get into the teens, you're now doing credit spreads. You're now understanding a whole lot of other things, including this little term right here. Stink bids save lives. You wonder, what the hell does that t-shirt mean? Why does he have a t-shirt that says stink bids save lives? What's the big deal about that? You take my class about stink bids, stink offers, and the psychology of this market. That class alone, by the time you get there and put that class in your notch on your gun belt, you've taken that class, it's all over. It's game over. You now, I believe, have the knowledge for the rest of your life to now make more money writing options, buying back options, buying and selling securities, bidding for a house, any financial transaction you're ever going to do for the rest of your life. You learn this term right here, you figure out what this means, you've changed your life forever. It will cover the cost of every lesson you'll ever take from my website. It'll pay for all of your, if you want to have one-on-one sessions with me at $400 US an hour, it'll cover all that. You want to generate enough capital to quit your day job, it'll do that. You want to build a retirement that was impossible to think about 3 months ago, 6 months ago, it'll do that. Stink bids save lives. Stink bids, stink offers, and the psychology of the markets. You get to that class and get through that class. If you can get there, and it's a joke, you can easily do it, you'll understand in plain English what this really means and what the impact is on your pocketbook. It will change your life forever. For some of you, it'll be transformative. For others of you, you're going to go, well, I kind of knew that, but I didn't realize that I could do it in this application, and I forgot all about, or I didn't actually realize the psychology of it. I keep forgetting. You'll say to yourself, I keep forgetting the fact that I am not gambling against a machine, like a slot machine, when I write option contracts. I'm not gambling against a computer when I do option writing. I'm gambling, or I'm betting, or I am fighting. I'm in competition with other people, human beings, when it comes to option writing, stock buying, any other investments. It's not computerized institutional warehouse servers that you're fighting. These are the entities that allow us to trade. They're not the traders. The traders are human beings with psychological problems, psychological issues, greed, fear. They think they know it all, overconfidence, everything. You have it, I have it, we all have it. You have to learn when it comes to option writing that you're going to be the most ruthless, son of a bitch ever created, and you're going to make the money. And I am trying to tell you that if you're going to be a successful option writer, I'm going to turn you into an assassin. And I'm sorry if I use that term and you're offended by it, but you're going to become an assassin to make money. You cannot be Mr. Nice Guy. You can't be, Miss Congeniality here. That's not what's going to happen here. You are going to be taken to the cleaners by others if you don't do this right. And you better take this seriously, because this is serious money in your pocket, because it's serious money in their pockets. The good news is, I'm really happy to report what I'm going to report to you. The really good news is that 90 to 95% of the option gamblers out there, people who buy and sell options all the time, don't know 10% of what you're going to know by the time you finish the classes. By the time you get to number 17, and eventually when I do 18 and 19, you go through my classes. By the time you reach 15 of them, 16, 13 of them, whatever, you're now in the top 10, if not the top 5 percentiles of knowledge, awareness of how this market actually functions. Because it isn't just following the price of the stock and the options go accordingly. That's only part of it. There is so much more. And the good news is you don't need 5 years of a university program and $300,000 of student debt to get there. You can do this here from the comfort of your rec room, from the comfort of your bedroom, at your office, behind your boss's back, however you're going to do it. You can take my classes and understand how options really work and how they really function and how you can move in, pick off these targets from a hidden location. Nobody knows you're there. And the victims who are losing money have no idea where the bullet came from. They have no idea, because by the time they got hit, it's all over. They've lost, you've won. This is the good news for option writers. Your competition against you, in a big sense of the world, 95% of those out there who are playing options pretty well don't know what they're doing or have a partial clue. 5% of option players out there, which happen to be the institutional traders, the really sophisticated Wall Street based, London, England, Frankfurt, Germany, Paris, France, Milan, Italy, Zurich, Switzerland, Tokyo, Shanghai, Singapore, Hong Kong, Sydney, Australia. These guys are the 5%. Yes, in numbers, but in dollars, they're 90% of the dollars or 80% of the dollars. And they're the winners. They're the ones scoring from all these individual investors, which there are hundreds of millions of. Hundreds of millions of people are trying to figure out the options market. And I am trying to get you into the top 10 percentile as quickly as possible. And amazingly, which blows my mind, is that after 7 or 8 or 10 of the classes, you're approaching the top 10 percentile. You're already there, because the others, the lazy or uneducated or uninformed, all they know is, well, I buy low and I sell high. That's what you do in the market. You buy a stock at, like Gamestop, you buy it at 25 and you sell it at 35. Isn't that how it's done? And theoretically, yeah, that's how it's done. The problem with that, of course, is it only sometimes goes to 26 and doesn't go down to 25, and sometimes only goes to 34 and doesn't go to 35. Now what do? And you get these people who are folding their arms, going, well, as soon as it goes to 35, I'll sell it. Then I've made my money, because that's a nice round number. That's the one I want, and they never get it. And then it goes down to 25. I'm a buyer. It goes to 25, 15, and then it pops back up again, and they never get it. How many times have you heard, oh, I was trying to sell my stock for a big profit. It came within 50 cents of my price, but then it backed off. I can't buy that new car I was hoping to buy. Option writers don't think that way at all. They're in a different world. Option writers are allowing gamblers to gamble on these shares, and they're helping them gamble on these shares, and they're collecting premiums from contracts that are ungodly, ridiculous, just beyond ridiculous. and are scoring some serious money. If you hang out here long enough, you'll see the comments coming from regulars who will tell you, oh, yeah, I wrote these 10 calls on this, or I bought these, I did these cash secured puts, I sold them and I bought them back, I did a credit spread on this stock, I did that. You'll see the trades. You're going to ask yourself, is that real or is he making that up? Well, I can tell you right now, you can find out for yourself if that's real or not, because there are free quotation services available for all people to see if these stock quotes are real or not, or these option quotes are real or not. There's one more thing. If you're going to become a class taker of my classes and you want to learn how to write calls and puts, you take class number 1 and 2, like I said a minute ago, you could probably now start writing contracts in theory. Well, why don't you do it risk-free for a while and get the handle on it and really understand the terminology of options trading? It's a different language. And you quickly realize when you watch class 1 and 2, you're going, oh, what are these terms? Now you know what these terms mean and what it implicates. You can write contracts for free, and you can write contracts risk-free by opening a brokerage account through the online brokers out there, which there are dozens, as you probably already know, depending on where you live. Some of you have choices of 3 or 4 firms. Others have choices of dozens of firms, depending on what country. But you can open up a trading account through a platform brokerage firm. And you have to eventually qualify for a margin account and an options trading account. So you're going to have to go to the frequently asked questions of these firms. If you're a member of this channel, and in particular, you're a Gold Bagel member of this channel, you're one of these guys, you get to join the Discord group that exists. I don't run it, by the way, the Discord group. And inside the Discord group, you'll be hanging out with the other Gold Bagel members of this channel, which is now at a record high. And depending on where you live, you might ask a question of the gang saying, hey, I live in this city, in this state, or I live in this city, in this country. What firms are the best to consider to do option writing? And they'll come back at you with their personal take. In any event, you'll be able to open up an account with brokerage firm, whatever. Then you can open up a pretend account with the same firm. They'll let you open an account that will allow you to buy and sell stock, write and buy and do option spreads and everything else in real time with real quotes with pretend money. And this is called risk-free trading. And this is where you newbies can get into this option game that you're reading about from my regulars. You can now play the options market as a test run. You can make this a test run for as long as time as you wish. I recommend to my regulars, to my viewers who've been here up to 3 years, you can also open up pretend accounts, and you could theoretically mirror the trades that you're either doing right now, or you could experiment with trades you're thinking of doing, writing calls, writing cash secured puts, doing some spreads in a pretend account just to see if this would work out or not. So while you're trading options for real over here, you're writing them, buying them back, and so on. Over here, you're doing I was thinking about the idea of a credit spread on NVIDIA or on whatever. Well, with real quotes and real market moves, real trading sensation, you're going to see if your strategies are right or not. This was never offered when I was a stockbroker in the 1970s, 80s, 90s. Never existed before until just a few years ago. Wow, what an opportunity. This is where you newbies should really be zeroing in on. Grab my classes. Take 1 or 2 or 3 a week if you can. If you can do 1 a day, great. But if you can watch a class every couple of days and you're watching 3 a week, 4 a week, you'll get all 17 done pretty quickly. If you got the dough, you're done. And then practice trade. Or then start really trading. And when you do a real trade, if you're going to buy, let's say you own 100 GameStop, or you own 200 or 300 GameStop, and you are going to write 3 options, call options on GameStop on your 300 shares, and each contract brings you $5 a share in premium, that will bring you $1,500 in cash on your first ever option run. You sit there with your arms folded, and you buy those back for A $900 gain. They drop, 50%, 60%. You clear 900 on your first option, right? 300 a contract. You just paid for 6 classes. You're going to do this work, this option writing, for the rest of your life. Okay, you're going to take the classes one time. Now you can rewatch the classes all you want. Once you've acquired them, you can watch them again and again. But you're now going to be an option writer for the rest of your life. And this is the key to making dough. If you can bring in a $900 profit on your first option write, then turn around and write 3 more contracts and bring in 1,500 again on a new set of different strike price, different expiries, another 1,500 coming in, and that can make you 900 in a week or two. All of a sudden, you're going, I've made 1,800 in a month doing this option trading on 3 contracts at a time, and that's 12 classes. He only has 17 classes. I'm not very far away from that's all paid for. I can now, it's dividend time after that forever. More power to you. Again, stink bids save lives, stink bids change lives. Writing options completely can change your economic outlook. And we only go around once, and so it's time to get on with it. Thank you all for being here again and again and again. Every day you come in here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you all. Thank you for the thumbs ups. Thank you for hitting the poll question, doing that. Thank you for asking questions, and thanks to members of this channel and others who are already answering questions for viewers, because I can't read them all. They're just coming through like crazy, and I'm excited for you guys. We're now 21.21 on the shares of GameStop. We have already hit highs of 30.50 or something like that in the pre-market. We've had 4.78 million trades so far. We're 18 minutes away from opening for the day. We're going to get going on this. We're going to see just how high the shares go or how low they go, because this is an option expiry day today. Next week, Friday, is the 3rd Friday of June, and that Friday next week is a huge day because it is called quadruple witching hour. That's a term that Wall Street has given it. That is the day where not only do stock options expire, 3rd Friday of every month, that's where most options expire every month. It's the 3rd Friday of every month, because back in the 80s and the 70s when I started, there were only options expiring the 3rd Friday of every month, or even every quarter. I think we had options only existing 3 months at a time. 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. And so you had every 3rd Friday of every 3rd month was the big one. And so March, 3rd Friday, March, 3rd Friday of June, 3rd Friday of September, 3rd Friday of December. In the 70s and most of the 80s, that's where all contracts expired. Then they came out with monthly contracts every 3rd Friday. Then 10 years later, I don't have exact dates, they started coming out with weekly expiry contracts, and that's why GameStop has options expiring today, next week Friday, the Friday after that, the Friday after that, going on. With Apple, Microsoft, all these guys. Some of the index options have Monday, Wednesday, and Friday expiries, and there are other options where now they have daily contracts that last one day. I'm keeping you the hell away from that area. I'm trying to keep it simple. Keep it simple, stupid is my motto, and to keep it conservative. And so I'd rather you be an option writer on a stock and you're out of the money. And so you're really staying away from the campfire. You don't want to get a spark hitting you and putting your t-shirt on fire. You want to be behind that fire. Just watch that thing burn and enjoy the shrinkage. So welcome to the party, pal. Glad to have you here. Thank you all for joining us today. We've got 15 minutes to go before we open up here. The poll question looks like we're over 800 on the answers now for those taking the poll already. Appreciate you doing that. And the thumbs ups, I think we're approaching 300 on the thumbs up meter. Thank you for that. 297 have now come through. Now 299. Absolutely beautiful. 15 minutes to the opening. The poll question, 819 of you have answered it now. And the question I put to you is, hey, GameStop has got $4 million in cash. What should they do now? 30% say they should buy SoFi shares. 10% of you are saying they should buy shares of AI, which is C3.ai Inc. 19% of you are saying they should get into those crypto deals. They should get something into crypto. And then 40%, the majority, are saying, you know what, Bruce? I think they should just sit on the cash and take interest. Say they grab 5% interest on $4 billion and take in $200 million a year in interest. Do nothing with the money. Look around for the right deal. Right now, for now, just take the money, take the interest. That's $4 million a week in interest. $4 million a week in interest at 5%. Can you live? Could you live on that? Man, oh man. There you go. Interesting stuff. Thank you all for being here. And I appreciate you all. Let's see what else is going on here. Just checking comments and everything else. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Let's go. Can one write options in a TFSA? That's a tax-free savings account in Canada. I believe you can write call options against stock you own. You can't do anything on margin in there, though. I don't think you can do marginable option trades, but I think you can do call writing. That you want to look at with your broker. Yes, Tom, might have to contact your bank. What else going on? Good morning from Larry Titus. 227 thumbs ups. Thank you, man, for that. He's our official bell ringer. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you. And let's see. What else is going on? Thank you all. Agent Purse going, I don't understand how anyone out there would go to the highest strike price on a stock and buy those contracts. You don't have to understand. You have to take the money. If you're going to write $100 call options on GameStop that expire in 2 weeks or a month, I would take the money. If you want to be that conservative, sure, yeah, why not? I'd take the money. Don't question it. Just take the money. Anyway, there it is. Jason is saying, I've been doing daily cash secured puts and writing out at 60% profit on the same day. It's crazy volatility. It's the thing, there's the shares. The shares are at the low of the day. You write cash secured puts that are either out of the money or at the money or barely in the money. And the stock pops a little higher during the day, and these contracts shrink in value. Buy back, say thank you, sir. May I have another? I'll see you tomorrow. Nothing wrong with that. How many classes should I take? Well, how many are there? There's 17. There's your answer. As many as you can get your hands on, but you can only watch one at a time. So, buy them one at a time, whatever. Let's see what else is going on here. What else is going on here? What's going on? Thank you all. Yeah, here we go. Charlie C2. I have 1 through 11 on the classes. Well worth it. Did my first very conservative option trade this week against GameStop and brought in 300 USD in 1 day. US dollars in 1 day. Nice going, Charlie. Only the beginning, my friend. And paid for 2 classes in my first trade. Like, boom, giddy up. Very nice. What else is going on? Thank you all. Thank you all. Let's see. John Collins. Uncle Bruce, I wrote my first cover call on GameStop this week. $35 strike expiring today. I don't even know why I hasn't been doing this. I don't know why I haven't been doing this for months and why everyone else doesn't do this. Thanks for your advice. There you go. This is a realization that a lot of people get. They learn about option writing. Somehow they're interested in options. They stumble somehow into my channel. They're referred here. YouTube sends them here. I don't know how. Don't know how they found me, but they find me, and then they take a look at what we're doing here, and they realize, you mean I can write options on my stock, and I get to choose the option I write. I get to choose whether I want to write an option that expires this Friday or next Friday, and I get to choose the strike price of each of these. And if the shares on Friday on expiry day are underneath the price of the contract, are out of the money, say on the calls, I write a $35 call and the stock closes at $34.99. The contract is worthless. I get to keep all the premium. I don't have to give any back. I don't even have to buy back the contract. It dies. It expires. And so Monday I can write new contracts again, and I can bring in more of that, more cash money again. I didn't know I could do this. No one told me this. When I opened up my brokerage account 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, and I went through all the gyrations of the craziness back in 2021, and the ups and the downs and the highs and the lows of the market. No one told me I could bring in weekly income, bi-weekly income, monthly income from stocks I have. Why won't these brokers tell me this? Why don't they fill me in with these? Hey, have you ever thought of writing options against your 200 shares of GameStop, or you ever thought of writing options against your 100 shares of AI, or have you? No one tells them. No one, because you're a nothing burger. You're so small. You're so tiny. These firms don't give a crap about you. You're nothing. They just want you to buy and sell the stock and flip the stock and get in and out, get in and out. That's all they want. They don't want you. They don't care if you make money or not. They just want you to turn over your account so they can take a sliver of your account every time you trade it. Here, you can write options at the strike you want for the length you want, and you want to be right at $35, you want to be at 45, you want to be at 65. You decide the contract you write. The further away from the market you go, the less you'll get. It's all relative. The option chains are out there for you to look at. That's what we talk about on my classes. I train you to do this. But yes, you can bring in money on stock you own and have owned for years, and it doesn't matter what you paid for it. It doesn't matter whether you average down on it or what. It doesn't matter. As long as you got 100 shares or more, 100, 200, 300, 400, every 100 shares, you can write an option. It's pretty damn simple. I just can't tell you how thrilled I am, how happy I am when a newbie says to me, I just wrote 5 contracts on my 500 shares of blah, 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 and I just brought in $1,500. And they're already down to $1,300, and they're out of the money. They die in 4 days. I think I'm going to be able to keep all $1,500. We were thinking about buying a new television in the house because we got a 40-inch flat screen. We're thinking of getting one of those big 80-inch. At Costco, they're $9.99. We're going to have $1,500 here. You can buy a brand new TV and leave $500 in the account to add to the position. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. I'm happy. Whatever you do with your money is up to you. Many of you have figured out, well, I'm going to pay off my credit cards. I'm carrying $3,000, $8,000, $12,000, $20,000. Between all my 6 credit cards, I owe $40,000. I'm going to start to pay off those credit cards. Because at 2% a month interest, $40,000 balance, that's $800 a month coming out of my ass. Plus those minimum payments, that's at least $800 more. I am paying $1,600 a month on these credit cards. After tax, I got to make $2,500 gross to clear $1,600 net to just swim with these sharks, just to stay there. Uncle Bruce, you're showing me how to bring in a couple of grand here, $1,000 there, $1,500 there on stock I already have. Why wouldn't I write these contracts and throw an extra $1,000 at my credit card this month? Here's the $1,600, everybody, and $1,000 is going to. Oh, this is the smallest one. It's a $4,000 balance. It's now a $3,000 balance. Next month, paid $1,600 again, and I got $2,000 lying around. Let's go down to that one. That was at $3,000. It's now down to $1,000 debit. Next month, it's $0. Okay, that's one gone. I only owe $36,000 now. My interest costs are lower. My minimum costs are lower. Who's the next credit card to get it? And I've got 3,000-4,000 a month coming in from these option premiums. And this is easy. Like, this is really easy. Why don't I throw 3,000 extra dollars at my credit card every month? 5 months from now, I've thrown 15 grand at my credit card balances. I'm down to 25,000 owing from 40. I'm only charged 500 interest now instead of 800 interest. That's 300 less, which is 300 more towards principal. If I'm going to keep paying them 1,600 a month, yeah, this accelerates in your direction. It doesn't go out of control. It comes into control. 3-4 months later, you're down to 15 grand owing. 3-4 months later, you don't owe credit cards anything. In less than a year, you've knocked out 40,000 debt. After tax, $40,000. Think about that. You got to generate 60,000 gross to get 40,000 net at best. You just earned 60,000 pre-tax income is what you've just done here. Welcome to the party, pal. Nice to have you here. This is the realization that people are getting around here. It's unbelievable. Karen, do I have to do anything? If it's out of the money? No, you don't have to do anything. Let it die. Thank you. Anyway, there you go. Welcome, everybody, to the program. Let's go. All right. Thank you all for joining in. Richard Pajak is here. New member. Welcome, Richard. Hopefully you're learning a lot about what's going on here, and you're excited about the potential of your earnings potential for your account. Hopefully you'll get richer, like a lot of folks have been getting richer around here already. We have 966 answers to the poll question. That is pretty cool. Thank you all for being here, and thank you for taking the time to answer. 359 and counting on the thumbs up meter. Thank you for that as well. Appreciate you all. Richard, Gold Bagel member, right there, went right into the gold level. Thank you, my friend. You can join us every day at 8 o'clock Eastern, half an hour before this show, and you can join us Wednesday nights, primetime live, every Wednesday night, 7 o'clock Eastern, because you're a Gold Bagel member. I love you. We're a minute or two away from opening, so Larry Titus is going to do it. Which options would you suggest on GameStop? Anybody want to tell them? Anybody got thoughts on what options he should be doing? Let's see how the market opens in the first half hour, I say. Frederico, GameStop short interest, 43.6 million, changed by 1.89 shares on loan, 36.3 changed by, I don't know what this means, but it looks okay. We just love when shorters are short. My 125 GameStop 126s are up. Go figure. Giddy up. Greetings from New Zealand. There will be a new member here soon. Welcome, Hashan, to the channel. Thank you for joining us. We just went members only on the chat now, so you're going to see the only folks who can comment are people who have their names in green, which means they're a Chillin' member or a Gold Bagel member. And thank you all who have been here all morning. I really appreciate it. And thanks for popping in with us. Great to have you here. I sure hope you're all making money. That's what I want to see right here. Christina, hey, Uncle Bruce, my broker is still holding my cash, so all I can do is buy shares and sell calls until all the cash is released. I got 200 GameStop at around 29 and sold two $30 calls that expired today. Welcome, Savage of Wall Street. Good morning, my simpletons and degenerates. Thank God for members only. On the other hand, these newbies make me realize just how far our gang has come in 3 years, leaps and bounds. It's amazing, isn't it? When you look back in time, if you go back 2 years ago, 3 years ago, look at the comments that we used to have here from our viewers versus today. Have some of you come down the highway a long way in sophistication on options trading techniques. It's really paying huge dividends, and now you get it. Once you're here a while, you realize, oh my God, most of the world doesn't know how options even work. They don't even know how they're created. Yeah, it's a revelation. We're open now, everybody. Welcome to the party. Let's see if we can get you guys any richer than you are now, or at least get you out of the doghouse with your creditors and your bankers and your IRUs. You owe relatives money, and you owe brothers and sisters and mom and dad's dough. Maybe option writing can get you out of that hole And wouldn't that be a relief the next time the family has a dinner and you don't owe anyone around the dinner table any money? Isn't that nice? Yeah, that nothing better than that. We're at $29 on GameStop here as we just start the day rolling. We're down 215 on the Dow at the moment. Let's see what happens. Is there going to be a 36-month badge soon? I don't know. I don't control the badges as far as how long they can go out. It's a YouTube thing. And I would imagine, though, that, I'm not the only channel with 3-year followers, almost 4-year followers. So, yeah, I'm sure GameStop, YouTube's going to do something, but I can't answer the question this morning. I can't answer that. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Larry Titus, thanks for ringing the bells, buddy. Appreciate this as always. Mandu number 5. I am the 376 thumbs up of Bruce's channel today. Join us with that. Richard Carlin is paying homage to the Knights of Meat, which must be done on this channel on a regular basis. Well done, Richard. Never forget to honor the Knights of Meat with a knee emoji. Absolutely well done, Gideon. I want to rock, baby. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was easy.
29, 27. We're green on GameStop. Mr. Takagi. I have an update on Mr. Takagi. He won't be joining us for the rest of his life. I got to get a better recording of that. Yeah, Mr. Takagi will not be joining us for the rest of his life. He didn't give us the codes, and we needed the codes. Sorry. Welcome to the party, pal. Nice to have you here. Thank you for joining me today. Welcome to Friday, and I sure hope you guys get Richard today. Sharon, I'm number 380 on the thumbs up meter. Thank you so very, very much. And Charlie is saying, people at work are looking at me strange because I yelled "neat" out loud. They're wondering, what the hell am I talking about here? I have no idea. Bobby started a GameStop put spread yesterday. 17.19 for July 5, received 57 cents. I wrote 5 of these. $2 spread, so it's a $200 risk per position, and he's getting 57 cents up front against the risk, so he's only risking $1.43. Wow, 17.19. As long as the stock stays above 19, those contracts are worthless. You keep all 200 and was it $57 times 5, $285 for $1,000 trade. That's not a bad return on $1,000. You can imagine if you did this on 10,000, on 20,000, on 50,000. You see the returns here. This is pretty good, 20-something% return, not bad. Splair 29.5. Corinne, number 399 on your meter, booty. Rock and roll 29.84 on AI, 29.88 on GameStop. So far, 29.93 is the high trade so far this morning. We're running right through here around the 29.70, 85, 90 range right now. Low of 28.71, high of 29.93. And we're just watching it go through and turning over. 7.8 million traded so far on GameStop. Mr. Roaring Kitty, Keith Gill, owns 4 million more shares. He exercised 40,000 contracts yesterday, and so there's a delivery issue going on for that. It's not going to make the stock go to $100 a share, but we have $25 and $28 contracts. 2 big positions of contracts are in the money now on GameStop. If we break 30, we have got tens of thousands of more contracts in the money that died today. This is why this $30 level is important as all get up. If we can break through that to 31, 2, 3, 4, and 35, that's another 50, 60,000 contracts in the money. That's another 6 million shares that will have to be acquired at least if they get exercised. And if this is in the money, they will be exercised. Going to be interesting. Is Kitty doing anything? Is he writing or by Corinne? He hasn't called me back. Wait a minute, I didn't try to call him. So he hasn't called me out of the blue. So I don't know. Snowboarder rolled my $35 GameStop cash secured puts that expired today to next Friday. I kept the same strike and I collected $220 credit for 1 week. Bingo. There you go. This is how simple this is. This is a classic example of how easy you can take money off the table, and all you've done is closed out the contracts that died today and write the same contract that expires next Friday. And this is $2.20, $220 a contract coming in. It costs $3,500 to secure that contract. When that contract was written, $3,500 had to be put on the table. How many dollars Snowboarder collected originally for that contract? Could have been $800, could be $1,000. And here he is going, well, I'll just go another week and grab another $220 per contract. Added credit to my account. So if you brought in $8, now you've got $10.20 in total credit. If you brought in $1,000, you've now brought in $12.20. You brought in $1,400, you've now brought in $1,600. And next Friday, stocks around here, contracts around. He may decide, or she may decide, whoever this is, I might just go, yeah, I'll buy back this contract and write one for next Friday and bring another couple of hundred per contract. Are you doing 10 at a time? $35,000 position, you're bringing in $2,200 this week. Can you live on $8,800 a month? That's what this is. $2,200 times 4 weeks, $8,800 a month. Can you get by on $100,000 a year in this society we live in? And will you keep working for a day job if you can make this on just 10 contracts? This is a $35,000 position if this were to be 10. Just saying, just putting it out there for you. It's not, you don't need millions of dollars to quit your day job being an option writer. And this is a conservative strategy. Snowboarder is willing to buy the stock at $35 a share. It's trading at $29.80. Someone might sell it to him for $35. Yeah, he might get it. Fair enough. The amount of money that they've been paid up front against this $35 pricing, Snowboarder might be paying $20 for this stock, $18 for this stock. It's trading at $30 right now. So take me out, says Snowboarder. I dare you to make me buy it. Because I'll just turn around and sell the stock into this market, and I'll write more $35 puts for full premium again. And that means I'm on the hook for what, 20, 21, 18? Anytime. Give it to me. Let's go. Isn't this fun? I collected 1020 when I first made this trade, Bruce. So you took in 1020, and now you took in 220 more. You're at 1240 now. So 1240 against 35. The cost to Snowboarder, if the Snowboarder were to be exercised, would be 12 from 35. Do the math. 22 something. $22. It's trading at $30. Snowboarder, exercise me. I dare you. Make me buy this at 35. It's trading at 30, and I only bought it for 22. Thank you. I'll turn around and write brand new puts for $10 again. I'll do it again. Here we go. Oh, this is easy money. Richard picked up more SoFi 667. Bobby Atkinson, GameStop cash secured put written on the 10th. $20 for 169. Bought back, just triggered this morning at 69 cents. Thanks for the $100 in 4 days. There you go. There you go. Thank you very much. It's all relative to what you can afford to play. If you can write one cash secured put, 3, 5, 9, 15, 40, up to you. Giddy up. Jennifer, problems with my Fidelity app again. Anyone else? What's going on with these guys? I know a lot of people are getting out of there. A lot of people are not getting, never got in there. They're not happy. Those folks are having glitches. I mean, serious glitches. You guys have got to shop around for the best platform. I don't know who to tell you to use. I am not sponsored by anybody. I'm not I don't own any platform, anything. I'm a total independent. I don't know who to recommend to you. I don't know where you live. I don't know what state you're in. I don't know what country you're in. You all have to figure it out. But I'm going to assume that Jennifer is in America, and she's got problems with the American provider here, Fidelity. Not alone. She's not alone. Okay, $29.75 on GameStop. High today, $30.28. The 30s were in the money just a moment ago. We're back to $29.77. This stock can go up or down $5 in 5 minutes at any time. Now the question is it higher to 35 a share? Putting a zillion contracts in the money. or is it lower? And we don't expire until this afternoon, 4 o'clock Eastern. So we got a lot of time here. No annual meeting today. It's Monday for GameStop now. The annual meeting is Monday. Gonzo Cruiser had problems with Schwab too. Lorraine, I'm having problems with Schwab. We should start our own broker and get the license worldwide. No, thank you. No, thank you whatsoever. $29.93, $29.95. We're running for $30. There's 21,000 for sale at 30, and it's gone. It just got bought out. We're at 30.10, 30.05. There's now 7,000 at 30.17 or so. We're at 29.99, $30 a share. There's 7,000 at 30.19 and 1,700 at 30.20. Those are the only sell orders of any significance. The 20,000 for sale at 30 is gone. It's been bought up. 11.7 million traded. So whatever stocks offered, it's being bought up, and it's just the stock's just going higher. We got at $30. What is it? 30,000 contracts that are maturing today. If I got that correct? Let me double check. At 30.18 a share, 30.23 a share now. The calls, the $30 calls, 35,600. That's 3.5 million shares are in the money at $30 a share on those contracts. At $28 a share, 1.4 million shares there. So that gives us 5 million shares roughly. The 25s have 18,000 still that mature today. So we got 6.5 million. And if the 35s come into the money, you can add another 2 million to that. So that's 8.5 million shares at 35 a share that will have to be acquired for settlement if these are all exercised. Again, I'm just guessing. And then there are all the contracts in the middle of all this stuff. There's 1,856 at 28.50, 3,900 at 29, 2,100 more at the 29.50, 2,600 contracts expiring at 30.50, 4,000 at 31, 1,800 at 31.50, 4,100 at 32, and on and on and on. We're talking 10 million shares all the way to $35 that would be needed to satisfy any exercisers. This is a reason why these shares are already at 30.10 right now. Perhaps a reason. I'll tell you, we got stuff going on, and then there's next week's contracts on the third Friday of the month. Oh my God, we're down 130 on the Dow, we're down 12 on S&P, we're down 34 on Nasdaq. This is actually an improvement in the market. Oil is only up 28 cents at 78.90. We're hearing all this doom and gloom about the oil prices going to the moon, and they can't even get to 80 anymore. And here it's overvalued as it is. Oil should be 50, 55 max, in my humble opinion right now. Welcome all to the party, everybody. Nice to have you here. What's going on? Dave, I just bought a class. Rock and roll, Dave. If you have problems with the link, let me know, and I'll get you a link personally. After the show's over, I'll make sure you get your link and you're good to go. 30.20 on GameStop. The high of the day, 30.43. We're at 30.11, 30.20 range, somewhere in that neighborhood right now on 13.1 million volume. Giddy up, kids. We're rolling along here on the stock. Yeah, David, I see your purchase. It came through. Yep, there it is. Class number 1. Fantastic. Welcome to the party, pal. Glad to have you on board. I think you'll find it pretty easy to understand. It's plain English. Auntie Jen is the moderator. It was done in front of a live virtual audience. You'll see I don't know if you see the comments, you'll hear them. In any event, welcome to the party. 1 and 2 are the first two you want to get your hands on, and then work from there. 30.33 on GameStop. We're trying to hit a new high. 30.43 is the high. And we just saw some trading at 30.33 go through here. There's 5,500 at 30.40. It's the only block of 1,000 or more available that I see offered. Everything else is 80, 45, 50, 101, 118, 128 shares, 510, 398. Nothing burgers. We're trading 13.6 million now. These small allotments are not going to stop this stock. The 30s are in the money. The $30 contracts are in the money right now at this moment in time. And the higher this goes, the more pressure on the stock price to go higher is created. This gamma squeeze is on. We just broke 30.50, new high. That means the $30.50 contracts are in the money. Now we're aiming at 31s. So if we go past 31, another set of contracts are in the money. Just saying, it's just going this direction. That's what's happening. 30.50, the high of the day. 30.57, we're at 54 right now. 30.54 on 14.1 million, and there's nothing there. We just went to 58.59. Here we go. That 5,000 shares stock is gone. 62.66 now. 30.66 is the high. So the 30.50s obviously are in the money. We're 34 cents away from the 31s being in the money. That's what's going on. 14.4 million. Buying begats buying. Movement makes more movement, and we're up 133 a share. It's not a straight line. It will fluctuate back and forth. There's 10,000 at 30.50 now showing up. Little tiny barrier. We'll see if that gets taken out. We've already broken 30.50 as it is, but at 30.50, I see 10,000 for sale. We're trading at 30.37, 30.41 right now. 43, 45, 50, and it's gone. The 10,000 is gone. Just bought. Now we're back in the 35, 45 range, but that stock at 50 is not there anymore. There you go. That eliminated another mini wall. And a 10,000 share order with 14.8 million traded, this is a nothing burger. We've been trading for 17 minutes. This is nothing. We're moving higher. 30, 40, 30, 50. That's what it appears to me. That's what I see right now. Can't we break 30 and go to 35? Yes, we can. Susan, Fidelity Desktop, very good. Their app is not user-friendly. The Big T, SoFi is going in the opposite direction. Darn it. Jason, 3057 Wall, scary. Jason, oh, man, that's gone. Big T, my June 28 cash secured put I sold for 6 is looking juicy right now. Interesting stuff. Welcome all to the party. Thank you for joining me. We now have 422 thumbs ups, if I got my bearings correct here. We have answers to the poll question, 1,131, I think. Let me refresh my page and make sure I'm completely up to speed here. 30 on the shares of GameStop, 34, 35, 36, 37, now 39. Running to 40, 30, 40, 43, 30, 43 now. Climbing again on the GameStop shares. 423 thumbs ups. And on the poll question, the number now is sitting at 1,136 replies. What should GameStop do with the $4 billion is the question. Buy shares of SoFi. 29% of you saying, let's do that. 9% are saying, let's buy AI shares. Buy into crypto stocks. 20% are thinking that. And just collect interest on the $4 billion. 42% saying just collect interest. And let's just kind of take our time and see what happens. Very interesting. 438 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you. Thank you again, David, for picking up class number 1. Well done. Congratulations. Well done, and welcome to the party, pal. Great to have you here in the house. 29.93, little pullback. Completely normal. You're going to see gyrations of dollars all day here on GameStop. I mean, dollars and dollars of movement. We could have a $6, $7 spread today between low and high. Who knows? We could have a $15 spread. We may have, in the last 3 hours of our day, a $15 up run to $40 a share. We could be up at 40, 43 by the end of the day, theoretically, putting us 20 million shares into the picture at that. That momentum will just, go. It'll be nuts. It could happen. I've seen it all. You've seen it all. Welcome to this party. 30.14 again. We just jumped 20 cents. So. There you go. 16.1 million at 30.15. High of the day, 30.66 so far this morning. We're up right now 107, and we've been about 150 for the high on the gain so far today. SoFi 660, down 20 cents. Really frustrating, incredibly frustrating to see it down here. But the market is the market, and it is the way it is. And there are adjustments going on, and there people come and people go, and that's just the way it is. And We have to allow markets to be freely figuring it out where they're gonna go. I think this is a bargain of epic proportions. If you're making money on GameStop and you throw some dough into SoFi, more power to you, I think. But that's my opinion. That's the way it is. Whatever. What else going on here? Sharon, I wrote GameStop $40 covered calls that expire today. When I tried to roll them over to next week, still at 40, my IBKR app won't let me do it. It is insisting I have to buy two legs, a buy and a sell. I am confused. Don't do a rollover. Just put in an order to buy back your 40s, get that executed, put in a stink bid, then put in an offer for your 40s for next week. Do two separate transactions. This way you control the price. So put in a cheap bid on the 40s, put in get it done, and then put an expensive offer, higher on the offer side, on the right. Don't do a rollover. That would be the way to go. It'll be more money in your pocket. Because if you can score 10 cents more on the buyback, like 10 cents cheaper to buy back, and you can get 10 cents more on the sell, that's a 20-cent differential. That's $20 a contract to you. And I don't know how many you're dealing with, so it's worth your while. Okay. Charlie, SoFi on sale. That's right. SoFi's at a discount. What can I say? 660 last trade, volume of a 12.5 million. The low of the session, 658. There will come a point in time where the street will say, enough's enough. I'm getting in, and there will be a bargain hunter of some proportion will come in here and scoop up hundreds of millions of shares or tens of millions of shares. I don't know the number. And the next thing you know, we're at $8-9 a share, and everyone will go, "Why didn't I buy it last week? What was I thinking?" It's human nature. It's the psychology of the markets. Welcome to market psychology. We're down 258 on the Dow, or 254. We're up to 3015 on GameStop on 16.9 million volume. Welcome to the party, pals. Nice to have you all here. Okay. Sharon, keep us posted how you're doing on that trade. Jason, SoFi is beyond sale prices. It's on clearance rack. Richard, my 657 just hit on SoFi. Thank you, sir. May I have another? That's a nice stink bid to buy that one. Well done. 655 here, 651, 52 bids would be a really good idea. If this stock hits 650, SoFi will drop to 630. You know why? Stop loss orders. There are gamblers out there who have stop loss orders on SoFi at 650, a nice round number. So if it touches 650, it could go down to 630 and then bounce back to 650 very quickly. So you might want to put in stink bids at 631, 632, and 633 to catch it on the way there, and then you'll see it pop the other way probably fairly quickly. Again, I'm just telling you what I think can happen. It's my opinion. You decide whether I'm right or not. We'll find out ourselves. We'll watch it. $29.90 on GameStop right now, everybody. SoFi 655 says Splair right there. There you go, everybody. What else going on? Nvidia's up another dollar to 130.75. Rocket Lab is down 12 cents. Matterport down 3 at 394. This is a license to steal money if I've ever seen it. We know for a fact that July the 26th is the annual meeting or the special meeting of Matterport shareholders. It's a virtual reality meeting to vote on the takeover to be taken out at $5.75 a share. It will go through. The company will allow itself to be sold for $5.50 a share. It's $3.94 right now. So in theory, you can buy the stock for $3.94. Fold your arms until July the 26th. That's 42 days, 6 weeks. And you're going to get the equivalent of $5.50 a share for the stock the week after that meeting is held. I don't know how much easier I can tell you how to make money. If you do the math and figure out if you buy the stock at $3.95 and you get out at $5.50, how much of a gain is that for you? What's the percentage gain on your money at $3.94 or $3.95 a share? Is it any good to make that kind of money in 6 weeks, 7 weeks? Can you live with yourself making that kind of money in the next 7 weeks? You buy it and forget it. Just do that. You get $275 cash, and you get $275 of stock in what's it called, Nucor. Thank you very much, or CoStar. You're getting CoStar share. Thank you very much. Anyway, there it is. I do the best I can with what I've got. What can I say? Boeing Tiger. I just wrote SoFi cash secured put 6.5 strike expiring July for 34 cents, expires in 42 days. So you're prepared to pay $6.50 a share for SoFi, which is trading right now at 6.53, and you get paid 34 cents to do it. So you're actually prepared to pay $2 $6.16. 6.16, not a bad price to buy it in the next 6 weeks if the shares actually go that low. Interesting, very interesting. Boeing Tiger, 6.52 last trade on SoFi. That 6.50 number is one to watch. 6.50. If it hits that, it could break right through down to maybe down to 6.30. Maybe. I don't know if it'll do it. There'll be stink bidders at 46, 42, 36, 31. Is there enough stock available? I don't know. Is there that kind of a wave coming in? I don't know. 14.9 million so far have changed hands. Low of the day, 651. 650 is the number. The so-called uh, uh, stop loss orders. There could be a ton of stop loss orders at 650. I'm guessing there is. I'm not guaranteeing it. So we'll see if it happens. Welcome to the party, pal. Welcome to the show. Nice to have you here this morning. Hope you're enjoying yourself. We've got GameStop now at 29.75, 77. We're up 60 cents on 18.2 million, which means the 30s are not in the money. The 29.50s are, and every contract behind is in the money. Do we go through 30? Do we go through 35? And do we add 6 million to 7 million more shares of buying pressure on this stock by the bell? That is one question we want answered. We won't know until 4 this afternoon. So we'll watch the stock in the meantime and see where it wants to edge. It gets through 35 in the next hour or two. The pressure is it'll go to 40, because if 7 or 8 million are in the money, and now at 40 there's another upwards of 5 million more, this just keeps fueling the flame here. Next Friday will be crazier than this. It'll be crazier. Jen is in the house. Under pressure. Under pressure. How you doing? White Feather, Sharon, I think IBKR is just telling you that you have to buy back your existing contracts before selling contracts expiring next week. There you go. Deep Value, I'm seeing someone is trying to buy 50,000 shares on level 2 at $29.30. There is a big buy order there. Yes, there is a big buy order behind all these buy orders right now for 77, 75, 72, 76, 79. We just went through 80. We're at the 29.88, 29.89. We're going the other direction. We're going higher, back towards 30. Jen, what's going on?
I've been watching I gotta sneeze.
Okay.
I've been watching the local constabulary move the campers out of the park.
We have homeless kitty corner from us in City Park here. Yeah. So
you can't camp overnight in our parks.
Not enough cops, too many homeless, I suppose. It's such lovely weather.
It's just nice out. They'd rather be outside and sleep rough than go to a shelter.
If it were 40 below Fahrenheit,
be in a shelter. These
people would be in shelters that city has. But if you ask a homeless person, hey, would you rather sleep outside, among pine trees and park, rather than hang out with 500 other homeless people, listening to snorting and snoring and coughing and grunting?
If you have a partner who is of the other sex, you can't do that.
You can't sleep
Women
together.
Women go to their shelter, men go to their shelter.
Correct. That's correct. Now they're together.
And so they're together.
Yeah. Richard Carlin, good morning, Auntie Jen. Richard Carlin, bless you. Bless you. Charlie, Uncle Bruce. Uncle Bruce, I know you're not a fan of buying calls. I just bought $3 call SoFi for Jan 2026 for 406. I just need the stock to hit 706 by January 26 to break even.
Right.
Yes, that's true. This is not a, but you know what else you can do? You're long a deep in the money call. So you can write calls on that call.
Right.
Someday. If the shares go to $8, rather than sell that call, you can write calls on that call for added
Think
income.
of it as a deployment.
So you put $4 on the table instead of six something, and writing on that higher percentage return. 29.70 on GameStop. That big buy order is still there at, I guess, 29. 30. Someone is saying there's a 50,000 share buy order. It's got a lot of bids ahead of it, so it's a bid. SoFi 646. See, we broke 650 like I thought. As soon as it hit 650, stop loss orders came in, but it's only dropped to 646. Did it actually go to 630? No, this is the low, and stink bids at 46 ahead of the 45 round number are here. Now it's trading at 47, so I don't know if it'll go any lower, and maybe it'll do a snapback to 57.60 now. I don't know if it'll do that either.
The stock drives me wild.
SoFi drives us crazy that it's so cheap. It's so cheap, and they're doing so well. But it's the next one. It'll have its day.
I know.
It will have its day, and we will all sit back and go, glad I waited it out. I'm really glad I waited this out. All right.
Do you remember when?
Do you remember when? Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, look at GameStop. $30. Just went through 30.10, 30.20. Look at it go. 30.25. We got an order for 10,000 at 30 that didn't get filled. Somebody wants 10,000 now at 30, 50,000 at 29.50. They didn't get it. It's trading at 30.20. There's a couple of buyers showing up. It could be this option thing. The 30s just went in the money. All the 30 contracts are back in the money again. That's $3.5 million, is it? Yep.
Back in the money.
We're rolling. 19.3 million.
We got a lot of what it takes to get along.
30.20. The high of the day, 30.66. 30.25 right now.
Before you're timing me out, you should tell me if you want a bagel.
Do I want a bagel?
Yeah.
It's so nice to see you. Hurry up and decide what you want to do. I'd love one on a grape jelly, but thin.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you've been really coating.
I want it drippy and...
That's too much.
That's me? Is that
you.
me?
This is all you right here.
Okay.
You got to help thin me out a little bit here.
Come back with the gripper.
I'm in big trouble.
Gonna hold your lips shut.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Grape jelly it is.
Okay. Thank you.
I'll be back.
Okay.
I'll be back.
I'll be back. Beautiful. Let's see what we got here. Some more comments coming in here. What's going on? Hang on. Where was that comment? Don't mind me. Okay. Yeah, there we are. There we go. Okay, great. I'm up to speed. I just want to double check my comments. Brian, number 468 on the thumbs up meter. Good morning. Thank you, Brian, so much. 30.08 on GameStop right now on 19.75 million shares traded. Very, very good start. We're 34 minutes into the session. No annual meeting today. It's Monday for GameStop. Monday is the meeting. So we'll see what happens with that. How many hundreds of thousands are going to show up? I have no idea. I wish I knew how many people tried to get into the meeting yesterday. I'd love to know that number. What crashed the system? How many people was it that crashed it? I don't honestly know. Brian, I have $50 cover calls expiring today and 30. Let's see how these 30s go. Buy back for pennies, expire worthless, or get exercised. Whee! There are people who are buying back contracts that expire today and rewriting the exact same contract for next Friday for a higher premium. They're doing it on their cash secured puts. They're doing it on their calls, and they're taking in a couple of bucks and saying, thank you, sir. May I have another? So each of you can decide for yourself which way is the best way to go. The Big T says, Monday is bring your cat to work day. Lorraine, good morning. Brian, good morning all. GameStop, let me take a look at Game. I'm kind of curious, what would a $30 contract go for today versus for next week expiry? A $30 contract on GameStop is around the 170, 75 mark. For next week, the 21st, 30, 445 to 450. So there's your difference. You can buy back a call for 170 and turn around and write the same call for next Friday for 450. 270, 374. That's almost $3. That's 280 more. I would do that. I would really consider strongly that move as a pretty damn good idea. And if you can do that with 10 contracts and bring in 280 a contract on 10 contracts, that is significant. That is really significant. 2,800 or more in your pocket. Not a bad move. So yeah, interesting. Okay. These 50s, I don't know. Look at 50s for next week. Maybe there's room there. Let me take a peek again here. This is the June 21 50s for next week are going for 180 a contract, and the 50s for this week are going for 12 cents. I'd be getting rid of those 50s for this week. I'd be buying them back right now, getting the hell out of there, and writing the next week's right now. That's what I'd be doing. Get rid of the little penny things. Forget the last 10 cents. Don't worry about it. Buy them back and move right into 50s next week and take money, dollars more. Absolutely worth it. Okay. Thank you all. Charlie C. Uncle Bruce. So last month I had sold some 480.90 puts that would have expired next Friday. What are we talking about? Are you talking about what stock? Okay, I had sold some 49 puts that were expired this Friday. They were looking brutal yesterday. I closed this morning at a 74% profit. Thank you. ADVE or Adobe ADB. I was thinking it was Adobe. Way to go, man. You just folded your arms and waited. Beautiful job. I love it, man. I love it. Splair, on such a day, I should avoid going out with my rodents here. I don't know what's going on there. David, does this first vid talk about writing the contracts? No, the first vid explains the basics of all the contracts. The second one is about how to write. So your first two are the most important to start with. Get the first one under your belt. Get the second one, and now you're at level 1 from there, and then you're going to move up from there. All right, $29.97 on GameStop right now. Luca, I just rolled 2 poor man covered calls out to June 28 strike 167.50, cashed in 700 euros, and got 600 more to get. We'll keep rolling every 2 to 3 weeks, and I wish I knew the stock. 167.50. Poor man covered calls 167.50. I don't know what. Are we talking? Are you talking Tesla? Which one are you talking? I don't know. What's Tesla doing? 179. I don't know. Is that it? Out to poor man covered calls. I have no idea. Okay, David. Okay, sounds good. Been buying calls and puts for a while, but this will be a good foundation. Right on. Splair, class 2 is about writing in case you have less cash but good understanding. Buy it, write a call, use the cash to buy class 1 first, then move on. Yes, you can write after the second lesson. You'll be writing contracts that's worth more to you than the cost of the first 2 lessons, I think, depending on which ones you're going to write. Giddy up, everybody. Welcome to the party, pals. 29.35 on GameStop. Now it's coming down, and there's that big buy order somewhere. I'm not sure where these are now. That were out there. 29.40 now on GameStop as we're going through 21.1 million shares of trading. So we got a lot of activity going on here. So now the 29.50s are out of the money. The 30s are out of the money. The 30.50s are out of the money because we got the 30.66. Right now, the 29s and the 28.5s and the 28s are all in the money. Everything behind it, all in the money. Do we roll over 29.50 to 30 again? Stick around. We're jumping everywhere, baby. We're jumping everywhere. Giddy up, kids, and thank you for joining in on the party today. The Dow's down 300 points at the moment. It's a negative day. There's worries in Europe about the snap election out of France. A lot of right-leaning politicians are leading in the polls, and people are worried, and they are dumping French stocks like you can't believe, including French banks. And if this isn't a warning sign to the electorate, I don't know what is. Money is already talking about what they think the polls are showing them, and money is running away and moving into German stocks, moving into other stocks, getting the hell out of France. So isn't that interesting? If France could be into a major recession next year because of the snap election, that could happen. If banks get whacked and they have to call in loans, are we going to have bankruptcies in France? Not good. The Dow down 305. It does not like what it sees. S&P down 23. NASDAQ down 24 at the moment. European markets are red. The FTSE is down not a lot, about 12 points. But the German market is down 1.3%. The French market is down 2.7% today. I'm guessing Spain and Italy are off 1% to 3%. It's not good. It is not good in Europe, and it is spilling into America because there's some connections, of course, between the European and Canadian and American companies. Down 310 on the Dow, down 22 on S&P, down 20 on NASDAQ. The more right-leaning politician get elected in Europe, the more worried bankers and investors are, because this could mean a weakening of the Ukraine support, which is great for Russia, bad for Ukraine, bad for Poland, bad for Germany, bad for Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania. You can just start rattling them off. Bad, 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 bad. And emboldened Russia is bad for Europe. Europe in trouble is bad for America. Trading-wise. I'm talking about business. I'm not talking about bullets. I'm talking about business. It's nothing personal. And it's bad for China. China has this understanding that if we support Russia, we can do a lot of business with those guys, but we risk our relationship with Europe and the US, where we do more business than we do with China, than we do with Russia anyway. And so China has to understand and realize, where are we going to go with this? We're dealing with the Russians to sell them drones and bullets and shells and ammo and all this crap, but Europeans buy our stuff, which we produce more of. It's a back and forth question here. Around and around we go. Anyway, there you go. That's all I'm saying. Thank you all for being here. Join the party. Thank you. Stephen Butler, number 481, baby. 481. Thank you, man. We're approaching 500 thumbs up. 29.16 on GameStop. The low of the day, 28.71. The high of the day, 30.66. 22.23 million traded now on GameStop. Jan, thank you so much. Thank you.
For sticky fingers.
For sticky fingers. We got some awesome sauce. Good stuff.
So, easy question.
Okay.
What happens at 10 o'clock?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know.
Okay, what happens at 11 o'clock Eastern Texas time?
No, today. No, the meeting is postponed until Monday.
Oh,
yeah.
Wasn't it originally said today?
I thought it was today.
Oh.
I may have misread it.
So you fibbed.
Okay, I lied to everybody. Fine. Thanks, Jen. The SEC is calling me, putting me in jail tomorrow. Thanks, Jen.
Thanks, Jen. Ha!
Oh, I love my husband dearly, but he's a freaking liar.
But the bed is so big.
I got so much room now in my bed. Got this schmuck out of here. We're dropping on GameStop. The low of 28.56. We're at 28.80 right now. Okay. Just so you know.
Well, bagels here.
Bagels are here. I'm here to save the day. We're here to save the day.
Here I come to save the day.
Yeah. Brian, bought back $50 covered call. I sold 3 days ago for 99 cents for 5 cents. Uncle Bruce, now we look at writing for next week. Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Yes. Take a look at that. Well done. Yeah.
Not bad for a few days hard labor.
That's right.
Had to make his brain work. You know.
I hate to sound like a Yoko Ono broken record. By the way, everything me says, Bruce, don't let Jen testify. Do not put her on the stand.
Well, I don't think wives can testify against
In your
their
defense,
husbands.
Cindy, Auntie Jen, I'm like you. Everything is a song. I can't help
I
myself.
can't help. The music is in me.
Lorraine, bagels are us, says Lorraine. Bagels are us.
And I'm glad to see so many female names out there. That's great. And I know you only see me doing domestic duty and bringing him bagels to eat, but just to remind everybody, I am a flaming feminist.
And this is why I always say, thank you, Auntie Jen, for helping me out and getting me through this
That's
show.
right.
Look, I just can't overemphasize how happy I am when someone writes to me and says, yeah, I wrote 5 contracts at $2.25 and I just bought it back for a quarter. I made
Yes.
$2 on 5 contracts. Doesn't sound like a lot, but that's $1,000.
But
And
I
some
did
folks,
it in 3 days.
some
or
folks are
5
doing
days.
this in less than a week, and then they
Yeah.
turn around and say, "I just wrote 5 more for next week at $2.20."
Right? Rinse and repeat.
And I'm thinking they're going to make another $1,000. $1,000 a week is $50,000 a year. You don't have to. You're not going to make. Almost none of you here who are with me, you don't have enough money to make $50,000 a trade on your contracts. You don't need me if you can make that kind of money.
Yeah.
You've got professionals working for you. $50,000 a trade, you're not here. There's a few, but not the majority. The vast majority of you who are here are making $500 to $10,000 a trade, to $5,000 a trade, to $3,000 a trade.
Yeah.
And for many of you, $3,000 a week coming in is $150,000 a year. That changes everything in your household. For the very wealthy, it changes nothing. But I don't have $20 million
There's no
investors
whales here. Yeah.
following me. They don't need to be here for me. They got people taking care of their option trades, among other
They
investors.
got people who take care of them.
Boom. For those of you who are in your 30s and 40s and 50s and 60s and 70s who are trying to retire either sooner or more comfortably than what you've got offered to you, or you've got an opportunity here to in your 40s to make $100,000 a year on option premiums, $2,000 a week, $3,000 a week. This is a game changer for giving up your day job and reducing the stress in your life, the physical labors that you're going through to get up at 6 in the morning,
The stress.
get to the office, work
Stress
the
is horrible.
damn job, eat junk food down there, commute back, and risk getting into an accident on the highway, getting mugged on the subway. I don't know. Wherever you live, wherever you're all different. But this is a game changer to get you out of that routine, and now you are an upper middle class American, Canadian, Brit, German, French person, European, Asian, whatever, and now you've got a different world. You have a different life now. And the fact that you can do this on one of these devices anywhere on this planet means you don't have to be at home and worry, oh, well, Bruce, all I'm going to do now is go from a cubicle at work and I'm just going to sit in my rec room and play options there. Yeah, if that's what you want. But if you want to go RVing across America this summer, rent an RV for 2 months and go, or travel to Europe this summer for 2 months, or see Indonesia for the first time, or go to Australia where you were for your college year off in college 15 years ago. Why don't you go back to Australia for 3 months this summer as a tourist that can afford to stay at the nice hotels in Brisbane on the Gold Coast? Life changing forever. This isn't a 6-month thing either. This is permanent. This is great. I love this when they tell me this. Oh yeah, I wrote them at 99. I bought them at a nickel. I'm going to write a bunch more for next week. Just next week. You go out. You want to go 2 weeks? You're not going to get $1.50 for them. You're going to get $3.50 for them. I mean, how much money can you take this dough from these option gamblers? I can't emphasize it enough. You have a limited opportunity with a hot stock right now called GameStop with stupid premiums. Take the stupid premiums and get out of these 5 and 10 and 15 cent contracts. Buy them back and write multi-dollar contracts immediately, because I don't know how long this is going to last. No one has the answer to that. Have I made my point? I sure hope so. I love it. Cindy, I get the music in me.
I got the music.
Beach Boy, hey Auntie Jen,
got the
I bought
music
back
in
500 SoFi January 8th, covered calls 30% and bought stock at 6. Something. To everything me, oh, we know who runs the show. Cindy B, we know that. Auntie Jen. Richard Garland, Auntie Jen is a flamer. The Beach Boy at 647, where the average now is, my average is 674. Oh, Beach Boy, you were going to make a killing on this. Lemon pie rules, baby. There you go.
He's going to have a monopoly.
He's going to have a monopoly on lemon pie. They did it. It was scheduled for today, but they changed it to Monday.
There
Parker, what's up, everybody? Johnny Diaz just sold some cash secured puts on GameStop at 30 for next Friday. I'm smiling, baby.
That's right.
Luca, AMD,
Luca,
all that, everything I just told you about that you have no idea which stock I'm talking about, it was AMD. Thank you, Luca. Appreciate that. Sorry. I thought I wrote it down. Lorraine, Uncle Bruce, can I carry pepper spray on the subway? Do you really want to live that life?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You want to work at a place where you have to take that to work with you every day and back? Yeah. Really? That's your plan. That's your whole plan? Really? Wow.
The other event that we hear more and more is people's parents are getting older and they have a medical event and are no longer able to live by themselves. And so they need to go into a home or go into the basement, and it's an expense.
Yeah.
And I $50,000 a year, that pays for that.
If that.
Yeah. Right?
The horror stories out of nowhere that happen overnight.
Yeah.
The 3 a.m. phone call that normal people get, not world leaders. Normal people get 3 a.m. phone calls.
You don't answer the phone, it's never good news.
So-and-so slipped and fell, broke their hip. They're in the hospital. $50,000 deductible, $20,000 deductible. They need to be in a senior center. They need to have constant care. The family has to come up with $2,000 a week to look after grandma, grandpa, whatever. The 3 a.m. nightmare, financial nightmare phone call. And you get it. And now you got to come up with $1,000 a week for your share. Where the hell's that coming from? You're going to go to your boss and say, I need a $1,500 raise to clear $1,000 a month more. That's not going to do it. No. Option writing, maybe. This is the place. Yeah. And how many of you are in a position, I get this all the time, where people tell me, I got 5,000 shares of XYZ stock. Great. Have you ever thought of writing 50 calls on that stock at $5 a share?
Instead of just letting it get dusty.
Yeah. And if you thought of just bringing in $25,000 today on the position you've had for I don't know how many years, can I do that? Can you do that? Yeah.
I know.
For whatever you need it for. Whatever you need it for. For your own indulgence, for your credit card debts, car payments.
Fingernails.
Your fingernails, your mother and father, your children, whatever you need it for. It doesn't matter. Money is money. It can go anywhere. Every one of you out there has the opportunity to do something. And look, many of you say to me, I'd like to write credit spreads. I'd like to do credit spreads on this or on that, on that. I don't have very much money right now. But you have 5,000 shares of this over here. Why don't you bring 20 grand in from those shares on an option right, and now use the 20,000 for credit spread trading? Hello, this is compounding the gain to you. You are working your money to make it work for you.
That's right, make your money work.
Take the lessons. 1 and 2 isn't enough, but get started with 1 and 2.
Learn the language, figure it out.
We're
baby
pumped.
Steps.
Well, we are pumped here.
Baby
Here.
steps.
Oh, I love it. What else is going on here?
I'm
Comments.
gonna go for coffee.
What?
Coffee.
What?
Coffee.
Luca's saying I'm 10 minutes delayed on my thing. That's why I didn't get back to you right away. Jam, most importantly, putting up with folks you don't like. There you go.
Oh, I know.
How much stress does that cause you people out there working with people you don't like? Oh, my God.
Well, in every job you have
killer.
things that you know, they're not your favorite things, but you do them because it's just part of your job.
Yeah.
But once you put in your letter and you only have like a week left to go, those things really grate on your bones. Or you just, I've always hated this. I didn't know I hated it this
Well-
much.
It gets to the point where you say to yourself, I'm not going to miss that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
hear the announcement over the PA. Staff meeting in 15 minutes. You know what that is.
No, that was my voice, honey.
You know what that is? Yeah. You know what that is? It's a meeting where the company has decided it would be a really good idea for us at the company to get together for a charity walk to raise money for the underprivileged in our neighborhoods, the good corporate guys that we are. We want all of you to join us as volunteers to help organize this walk.
And
Or
give
to
us
be
a Saturday.
Give up a Saturday, right? Give up your family time, and help us look good to the community, and give up one of your precious days off. Yeah, and then on Monday
washing.
we're going to treat you like shit, just like we have for the last 15 years. And well, that was last week. This is this week.
First thing
you're not
Monday
gonna miss
morning, you get an atta-girl, atta-boy.
Yeah.
But then, that 5 minutes is in the past. Now, get back.
What have you done for me
Get in
lately?
your little cubicle. Get in your little hole.
A raise? What do you mean you want a raise?
I know.
I didn't get a raise. You're not getting a raise.
Yeah. You're just a grumpy old man today.
No.
So you know what they were doing on the radio this morning?
Oh, no.
Because it's Father's Day on Sunday.
Uh-oh.
They were doing dad jokes.
Dad jokes.
You want to hear one?
Okay.
Why was 6 afraid of 7?
Why?
Because 7, 8, 9. Isn't that great?
Those are grade 4 jokes
No, they're dad
from the
jokes.
60s.
What's brown and sticky? A stick.
These are grade 4 jokes.
They're dad jokes.
No. See, this world we're in with an 8-second attention span, the 20 and 30-something-year-old kids out there are so stupid, so undereducated, so completely absorbed by the little games they're playing.
You are just grumpy today.
They don't know. These were grade 4 jokes in the 60s, in the 50s, when we studied math. 6, 7, 8, 9,
How do you catch a unique rabbit?
Oh, God.
Unique up on it.
I apologize to all of you who are stuck here with me.
How do you catch a tame rabbit? Tame way. Okay. I'll go have my coffee. Bye, everybody. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you, Jed.
Enjoy all your dad jokes.
Oh, God. Help me, God. Just if I stay on the air longer. And if I stay with you longer, I don't have to go out there. Oh, my God. Thank you all for tolerating that. Parker, I sold a SoFi cash you could put for $6.50 strike, got 29-cent credit, expiring in a month, 4.46% on $650. Thank you. GameStop just keeps on paying. Jason, 99% of traders lose money, so content with my 29 covered call expiring today. Beach Boy, bought back GameStop 45s, covered calls next week, bought back 20% in one day. Cindy, I'm glad I'm out of Adobe. I look at it today, it really swings. Beach Boy, covered calls, baby. Richard Carlin, carry pepper spray for fun. Johnny Diaz, I bought some of your classes a while back. After I made a few expensive mistakes with options, took me over a year to pull the trigger again, and I'm glad I did. Double D, 200 more SoFi, 645. Thank you very much. James picked up 2,000 shares of SoFi, 648. Stock options, Sensi, Road 11. GameStop calls for next Friday, $1,750 Canadian. Just quit my toxic employer after 9 years and 20 years in my trade. Better take some classes now. Insert laughing, crying emoji. Everything me, keep preaching it, Bruce. Cindy B, what's the black and white and red all over? A newspaper laughing out loud. Oh my. Khalib, what puts do you like on GameStop for the 21st? What cash secured puts? It's up to you. I mean, if you write 25s, you're out of the money about $3. whatever premium you get, it reduces your cost. If you write 30s, it'll be a bigger premium. You write 35s, it's a bigger. It's well, your call. You decide what your risk tolerance is. Richard, why was 10 scared? Oh no, oh no, oh no. Where's the answer? Where's the answer? I don't see the answer, so I don't know. Why was 10 scared? Okay, Cindy B. Or a skunk in a blender. That's ugly. Big T. It's red and flies to the moon. It's red and flies to the moon. Rock ketchup. Rock ketchup. Oh gosh. You guys, oh, it's ugly. Man, do a game. Good morning, Andy Jen. I love the jokes. Everything me. Goodbye, Jen. Bagel Babe, I love it. Stock option Sensei, I have much more powder to write on, luckily. Beach Boy, was that Minty Python's Holy Grail rabbit by any chance? Sharon, in the time I was dithering about how to buy back my GameStop covered calls expiring today, the price to buy back dropped from 28 to 14 cents. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Beach Boy, Scary Bunny. James Barnaby bought my Adobe put credit spreads back this morning. Freed up $19,000 and made some serious cash. Well done. Big M. Any news on ME? I got nothing. Richard, it was in the middle of 911. It was the middle of 9/11. I don't know what that means. Thank you all joining me. 2810 on GameStop. The low of the day, 2781 right now. That's the story. All right. Man, oh man. Hmm. 2811. 29.3 million on GameStop traded. Don't mind me, I can't eat. Oh man. Stock option Sensei. Why is it bad to turn to iron a 4-leaf clover? Because you should never press your luck. There you go. Oh my God. Spicy. I got hit in the head with a cola today. It's okay. It was a soft drink. Oh no. Oh no. The Dow's down 314. AI down $1.04. GameStop down $1.01. 28.11. ME 39.9. SoFi 648 down 33 cents. The low of the day 646. We're at 648. 28 million volume on SoFi. There are buyers there scooping up the stock. We have a down day on the market, so everything is off. Except Nvidia, which is up 270 at 132.34. Rocket Lab down 18. Matterport down 5.5. SmartRent down 2.5 cents a share. Supermicro down $18 today. It's had a hell of a week. Adobe up 65, 64. Those of you out there doing Adobe credit spreads, put credit spreads, you're happy today, and I'm happy for you guys. As long as you stay well behind these stocks, you're gonna be all right. Interesting stuff. Uber down 123 at 69.63. Triple Qs are up 38 cents. Apple down $1.05. Tesla's down 368. Enphase down 266. Netflix up $18. Big day today. AMD down 68. Unity down 37 cents. 16.41. Google up 113. Right on. Oh boy. Oh God. What's blue and doesn't weigh much? Light blue. Brian, grade 4 intelligence equals dad intelligence. Man. A stock option Sensei. What happened to the frog that parked illegally? It got towed. TOAD, towed. Oh no. I remember 1965. I was 10, and I was telling Dad jokes that I learned at school. And he was telling me those jokes his friends and him were telling to each other when he was 10. 1939. El Wash bought GameStop. 2018 put credit spreads. June 14 expiry. Bought them back for $1 a piece. Thank you, sir. May I have another? Thank you. Swear, Uncle Bruce, when you left, GameStop went up. It just surged. Can't you buy today during your show? Just kidding. I know you don't participate anymore in there. Well, let's hope it has a run. It's 27.70. We've been as high as 30.66. We're at 27.76, near the low of the day of 20.64. You have got millions of reasons why, if not billions of reasons, why this stock is going to fluctuate like crazy. Roaring Kitty did his part. Roaring Kitty stepped up and bought 4 million shares. And we'll see how this thing plays out. It's going to be wild. I don't know if it's a down day, a break-even day, an up day. This stock has such volatility and such a following. This could close at 40 tonight. Could close at 20, 40, 25, 35, anywhere. Yeah, anywhere. But the $4 billion in the bank is staying there. That's not going anywhere. These guys have $4 billion cash in the bank. All right. Stock options. Since I am 40 with 2 boys, what can I say? Richard, what has 5 toes and is not on your foot? My foot. It was a stock option. Why couldn't the bicycle stand up alone? Because it was too tired. It was too tired. Christina, the $30 I sold yesterday for $2 are now 70 cents. I can buy back and sell next Friday 30s for $3.10. Wait and let time decay, or buy back and sell a new set now. Run. Do it. Hurry. Rolo, stink bud bid time, baby. Stink bid time. There you go. Okay. Unreal. We're down 316 on the Dow. It's a terrible day on the New York Stock Exchange. It's not like a bloodbath. It's just red. Will it stay red all day, or will we have a late surge in the afternoon? I don't know. AI down 113. GameStop down $1.47. ME down 1 penny, 1.5. SoFi down 33 to 647. Nvidia up 199. Yeah. Do we have a bloodbath going on anywhere? Not really. We just have some lower stocks, but not that much lower, which tells me Snap Rally is in the offing at any time. I don't know if it's today, though, but it's in the offing, and we have options expiring, so we got a lot of stuff going on. Okay. Brian, my 30s are down to 49 cents. Fun to watch how quick it can move. Splair, 40 would be gorgeous. Jason, Retribution, 60% profit collected on my 29 covered calls. Pennies in front of the steamroller. Thank you very much. Jay Boy, I accidentally glued myself to the copy of my autobiography. My wife doesn't believe me. But that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. There you go. Oh, man. Oh, you kids. Unbelievable. What can I say? 27.91 on GameStop. The low of the day, 27.55. Okay. There we go. 27.95. Going for 28 again. We'll see if we break through that or not. Volume, 31.3 million on GameStop. Okay. Gonzo Cruiser, why do Eskimos wash their clothes in Tide? Because it's too cold out Tide. Don't quit your day job on the joke writing department. Okay, don't be doing that. Oh man, I have a joke on construction, but I'm still working on it. Bobby started an ELF put spread. 165.75 July 19, received 186 twice. I don't know quite what this means. ELF put spread. Okay, all right. 28.03. We're over 28 again on GameStop. A low of the day, 27.55. 31.6 million. Small buy wave. A little buy wave coming in. Okay. Man, oh man, oh man. We've got Apple at 213, 36. We got Tesla at 178.99. NVIDIA 131.47. Google at 177.59. That's up 85 cents. That's what we're seeing right here. 28.04, 28.05. AMC is down a dime. GameStop 28.10 right now. And we're trading 31.75 million shares right now. Bobby Atkinson tried to raise my ask price, but it triggered as I hit send. There you go. Too close to the fire, you got taken out. 28.10 on GameStop. Okay. Welcome to the party, everybody. Nice to have you here. Thank you for joining us. The results here on our poll question and on our thumbs up meter. Let's take a look here. I think we have 517 on the thumbs up. The poll question, 1,387 votes. And the question is, GameStop has $4 billion in cash. It should now, choice number one, buy shares of SoFi. 30% of you say yes. Buy shares of AI. 9% say yeah, it should do that. Buy into crypto stocks. 19% of you think that's a good idea. And the last option I gave you was just collect interest on the $4 billion. 42%, the number one answer. Just collect interest on the $4 billion. At 5%, it's $200 million a year, $4 million a week. $4 million a week, $16 million a month in interest. $50 million a quarter. Every time they report a quarterly finance roll, $50 million profit is already baked in just on the money. And then whatever the stores do, it could be additional. And if they are going to crank 200 to 300 million a year out of the stores, once they cut their costs, I think that's a possibility. That means every quarter it's 100 million to 125 million profits every 3 months, doing nothing. I mean, just running the business, the brick mortar business, and sitting on interest. That's the worst case scenario. That's not bad. I have a feeling they're going to do something with some of that money. They might put it into 5 different deals. They might put $2.5 billion to work, keep $1.5 billion in cash. Look, this stock goes to 40 a share, 50 a share, 60 a share. Guess what they're going to do? I think 50 million more will come out the door at $50 a share. 2.5 billion more cash, 6.5 billion cash. Raising the cash value of every share higher again. We're never going back to 10, by the way, where we were 2-3 months ago. Those days are done. Okay, 15 to 20, unlikely. All right, so 28 now, 40 to 60. We're not going back under 20. So, the range is now 25 to 55. Is that our new going to be neighborhood for a while? That's 100 to 220 a share pre-split because of the cash injection. I'm wondering, can they bump that up another $10, $15 in 6 months from now? Can we be convinced that GameStop's range will be 35 to 75? That would be 140 to 300 a share. Pre-split numbers. Welcome back to 2021, guys. We were down to $40 a share. At $10 a share, we were at $40 a share from that 2021 range. That, you remember way back when we were $40? We're now at least 28 at this point. 4 times that, 112, nowhere near 40. So, yeah, it's been a good run. So far, pretty good. Anyway, there you go. A joke becomes a dad joke once it's apparent. Bobby sent my buyback bid at 86 cents. Come give me $200 within a month's time, please. Thank you. Stock options. Since it'd be nice if GameStop issued warrants. Ooh, yes. Yes. How many times have I talked about that? Oh, my God. 28.28 on GameStop here on 32.5 million. 28 to 28 on the stock. Go GameStop, go. Just go. SoFi, 650. We're back to 650 on SoFi. I feel like we just had a win here. 646 is the low. It's only up 4 cents from the low at 650, but that is a psychological good number. Is there follow through? I don't know. 600,000 traded on SoFi today. At the moment, $6.50 a share. All right. Brian, these $30 are $2 out of the money. Expires today. That's still worth 50 cents. Man, the IV must be nuts. Well, like I say, you could buy these back and immediately write next week Fridays and get more. But if you wait for these to go down to 20 cents, you might lose 30 cents on the other side. So when you make your move, you make your move. If you write for 2 weeks going out 30s, what can you bring in? Can you bring in $4? I'd be grabbing this. I'd be grabbing the money, man, and do what you want with that added cash. Bobby, how many stockbrokers does it take to change a light bulb? 2, one to take the bulb out and drop it, and the other to sell it before it crashes. Oh man, 28.28 on GameStop. 28.28. Now 28.29. There you go. Giddy on up, kids. Giddy on up. Fun stuff, guys. Apple down 65 cents. Tesla down $3.30. Spiders are down $1.99 to $5.40.46. Congratulations out there, all of you writing options and making money from this gig. Well done. Say goodbye to so many of you are saying goodbye to the day jobs. It's amazing how little money you need to make writing options to say goodbye to your day job. And maybe that depresses some of you. It shocks me because I have viewers who say, I'm pulling in like $1,500 a week here, and I'm happy about it. I hope I can do more. And I think to myself, $1,500 a week, that's $75,000 a year. A lot of people in North America don't make anywhere near $75,000 a year. They're $30,000 to $40,000 a year people, $45,000 a year people, $75,000. And then the option writer will say, I can get to like $2,000 to $2,500. That could be the number. Well, that's $8,000 to $10,000 a month. That's $100,000 to $120,000 a year. That's got to replace 3/4 of you guys with day jobs revenues. I'm amazed when I go out of the house and I see so many people out there who just by the way they're acting or the cars they're driving or what they're doing. That these folks are trying to get by on 40, 50, 60 a year in an inflationary environment that's just chewing them up to like you can't believe. It's scary. I hear people who say, like my daughter was saying the other night, a friend of hers had a car repair bill that was like $3,000. And I'm going, $3,000 to repair a car? Jeez. I remember when you could buy a car for $3,000. Why is it worth one's while to do that? But then she'll say, well, that car used in running condition is $28,000. So they're spending $3,000 to protect 28. But you got to come up with $3,000 after tax. That's 5,000 gross. I think options. I'm thinking, well, if you could write 10 GameStop calls for $5 a piece, there's $5,000. $3,500 against that. I don't know. Amazing. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all. A snowboarder, Uncle Bruce. I sold on Monday 2 $30 covered calls that expired today with my $27 average on GameStop, and I got $3.20 a contract. Now they're selling around 65 cents. I think I will wait some more and let them fall some more. 600 plus in 1 week. So I sold on Monday 2 of my contracts. There you go. So you brought in 640, and now they're down to $130 each. Well, it's a move. Again, if you look at next week's expiry, you could roll from here to there and maybe add $250 a contract, $500 more to your account, making a rollover. But it's totally up to you guys. You decide. Snowboarder, look, if you can add another 500 to your account, and you've added a total of 1,000 to your account in like 2 weeks. It's not quite enough to buy another 100 shares, unfortunately. so you can't write the third one. But you're coming along here every week, 500 here, 500 here. You're able to buy another 20 shares, another 10, 20 shares. You're going to have 300 shortly, and then you're going to write 3 contracts at a time. And that's a raise, a 50% pay raise from 2 to 3. It's huge. It's a big deal. So it's all good. It's all good. Susan Shops. Bruce, why would we want to write cover calls with GameStop at 28 now when perhaps later today it might be back to 30 and then we could get more? This is a very good question, but do we have the guarantee card on our hand? Could we be at 23 later today? Could we be at 33 later today? I don't know. So if you want to be safe, maybe you write a $35 contract that expires in July, the third week of July, and then bring in what, $4, $5? I don't know what you can get, but can you get 4, 5? And plus 35, that's a $40 takeout. Maybe that's the one to write. It's all up to you. Bobby, did you hear about the brilliant Irish investor? His money keeps doubling. It keeps doubling. J-Boy just bought class number 12, looking to learn some good rolling call strategies. There you go. There's a good idea. You make some money in these options and take your next class or 2 and keep building the knowledge. Absolutely. Well, there you go. 28.60. We've come back from 27.55, $1 higher now to 28.55, 28.60 range. So that's $1 better. The high of the day, 30.66, $2 away from the high of the day, $1 ahead of the low of the day. That's where we are right now on GameStop. 33.9 million traded today. Congratulations. Maybe right now is the time to write cash secured puts. Maybe right now you write $30 cash secured puts. Goes up to 32, 33 later today. Those are out of the money and they might drop $3. Always good to know that. Okay. Parker Ivy 35s for July 19 are going for $5.85 to $6.20. That's incredible. That's unbelievable. That's a month from now. A month from now, $6 for a 35. You're out of the money, $7.50, $6.50 out of the money, and you're getting $6. you're offering at 41. That's a good move. 35 calls for July, $5.90. Yeah, Sharon, my local authority just announced 3 things. Property taxes are up 17%. Their staff are getting raises of 4%. And a $50,000 bonus for their CEO. Locals are upset, and the local food banks get busier. Yes, it's time to bring money in from options. No kidding. Unbelievable, isn't it? Parker Ivy calls. Isn't that something? Parker Ivy, thank you. These calls that you're telling about, $6. Great option, right? 29.53 on AI, 28.55 on GameStop. There you go. 28.62. Sure, you're going to write 30s or 35s or 40s. You pick the timing and take the money. I mean, I have no qualms to tell you guys to write $40 calls, $45 calls for January 2025. I have no hesitation to tell you to go after the big fat option hit. Just take big fat gobs of money. I have no qualms to tell you that. A $35 call for January, you're going to get about almost $11, maybe $10.50. For 40s, you could probably get your hands on $9.50, which gives you $49.50. 50s for January, $8.25, $8.35, $8.50. That's $58.50 for your stock. Multiply that by 4 and figure this out. $58.50 times 4. So $234 for your stock. That is serious money. I dare them to take you out. Dare them to take you out. Anyway, there you go. Susan Shops. Bruce, just trying to write these darn options to make the most money. I wrote a July 60 yesterday. I got $5.20 for it. Right now, I could buy it back for $3.50. That's a good idea. Nothing wrong with it. One, Uncle Bruce, I just rolled over my 2 GameStop expiring today, 35.50s for this one. Sell 2 open contract GameStop June 21, 3650, calls net credit at 203, day filled at 260. Nice job. Nice job.
That was easy.
Nice job.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. A one pocketed $432, just like that. And after tax, how much you have to make at work to make that? $432. I bet you got to do 700 gross to net out 432, or 650 gross to net out 430. Nice job. Nice job. I love this. Yeah, kids, making money. These option gamblers are handing this over. They're taking chances on this stock that you have to take advantage of. You've got to do it. You're an option writer. You've got to take the money. Don't take the glory. Take the money. Don't be looking for a nice round 80% profit. Just take 78.5 of the profit and write another contract for a god-awful amount of money. Grab the cash and make it an odd number. It doesn't matter. I love this. Jumper Thumper, July 12th, $35 strike is $11.45 to $12.20. 10 contracts, $11,400 premium in your hand right now to do with as you please. You can now take 11 grand and write 50 $2 spreads on Gamestop. Maybe 15s and 17s, 16s and 18s. You could do 50 of those. Figure out how much that is. Figure out, you got stock at 35, you write 10 contracts, you bring in 11.4, you put 10,000 to work on 50 put spreads, credit spreads. How much money? Would you bring in 50 cents a contract? That would be what? 2,500 more in cash. So you've hauled in now 13.9 in cash immediately. Where else can you do this? This is $35,000 worth of stock giving you 13.9, 14 grand right now. This is huge. This is very good. Sharon, the problem is family and friends think I'm nuts and just roll their eyes. I'm sure they don't believe me. If a novice like me can make $1,000 a week, they can't. You can't. You're going to have to give up trying to tell anyone in your family what you're doing. You really have to stop tearing yourself apart that you figured this out and they can't. This is normal. This is the world that all option writers are in. And the only time option writers are truly the happiest they can ever be is when we have a meet and greet and they come and see us and each other. And then you're in a room of option writers. It's the happiest time in the world at the Outback Steakhouse. Meet and greets with Uncle Bruce and Auntie Jen, where you get to see us, but you get to see your friends in this family. Pretty good stuff. And you all compare the same notes. You all go, oh, yeah, I tried to tell my sister about it. I tried to tell my brother-in-law about it. And I thought he was a genius. Like, this guy is a smart guy. He's got a master's degree in mathematics. Can't figure it out. He thinks it's all a scam. Yep, drives a 10-year-old Toyota Camry. And yeah, you're driving a Lexus. Take those classes and we will be set free. Thanks to someone who's making us sharp every day. Thank you. Realized profits. Bought back my covered calls just now for a 51% profit. I will wait till Monday shareholder meetings to write again. It's totally up to you how you want to do it. Bagel Babe, I tried to tell people for the first 2 years, and I gave up eventually. No one wants to talk about it. No one believes you. No one. And the only way they'll get it is when you, down the road, you go on a holiday that they dream about, and you meet them after the holiday is over, and you're showing them photos of what you did. You went on a cruise in the Mediterranean for 2 weeks, and then you spent another 2 weeks in Spain or Italy, and you're taking photos of where you were and what you did and where you stayed, and you're back home now, and you have more money in your bank account after you get back from your holiday than before you left, because you're writing options the whole time. Maybe then they'll get it, but it'll be quiet. It'll be a quiet admission. They won't talk to you about it. They'll go, yeah, she's doing really well. I don't know. It doesn't matter, really. Jumper, that's 100% trust. That's 100% true. Trust me, I'm 23, and it's impossible to tell my family how I can make $10,000 I'm still majoring in cybersecurity, though. There you go. Bagel Babe. I can't wait to buy my Ford Mach-E when I have my first 500 Gs and my Mercedes at $1 million. There you go. Dean, I work from home, but it's hard to focus on both. So I'll work on learning this weekend. Rock and roll. There you go. There it is. 28.42 on the GameStop. And as I've said a million times, does it matter if you own the shares or not? No. You can write options on this stock, whether you own the stock or not. You can do poor man covered call writing. You can do cash secured put writing. You can do credit spread writing. There's so many ways to play the GameStop here, and very conservatively. And doing 15 to 17 or 15, $18 credit spreads on puts, that's conservative. There's money in them there hills for 1 or 2 or 3 weeks, 4 weeks out. There's money there. Giddy up, everybody. Richard Carlin, my mom doesn't quite understand what we do, but she lets me help her over the phone. Needless to say, she likes the money that she makes. Okay, Mom. Okay, here's what you do. Are you in front of your computer? Yes. Okay. Sell to open. Where's that button? No. You see that there? Oh, yeah. Okay. Sell to open. 5, quantity 5. Okay. Now month and strike, and I hear you. I'm with you. They love the returns. They just don't really need to know how it happens. They're just, you handle it. You take care of it for me. But there is no better feeling. There can be no better feeling than to make someone money, knowing what you know, doing what you do, and they need it desperately. You bring them an extra $1,500 in their account, and immediately 1,000 of it gets sent over to their checking account, and that is spent in days to take care of bills. Oh man, is there a better feeling than be able to do that for somebody? Man, spot on, Uncle Bruce. Spot on. That's right. Okay, no. It's sell to open. No, it's not buy to close. It's sell to open. Okay, now we're going to close the position now. Okay, what do I do now? Do I sell? No. I buy. What? No. Yes. No. Who's on first? What's on second? I don't know. No, he's on third. Wait. No. I love it. I just love it. Welcome to the party, pal. Welcome to the party. Oh, man. Unreal. I tell you, because you guys make money because of this channel, you guys make money. Jen and I are earning money doing this. I mean, we earn capital doing what I do. Members, classes, everything. So our relatives look at us and going, well, look at those two. They used to live in Creston, in British Columbia, in the house out there that his mom used to own. He bought his mother's house from her. And they sold the house and made money on it because of COVID. And now they're living in an apartment in Calgary, and they're hardly there. I mean, they're hardly in their apartment. They're 6 months in California, and he's renting a Tesla down there the whole time. And we have relatives come to visit us in Palm Desert. They stay in our condo, so they know this is real. We're not staying at a motor lodge somewhere, in the California desert. We're in Palm Desert on the golf course driving the Tesla. They know I'm working. I'm here. I'm doing this, even down there. And they're going, this guy is working wherever he is, doing what he does, helping people make money, doing what they're doing wherever they are. And this is where they're putting 2 and 2 together and going, oh man, now he and Auntie Jen are going to go to Europe on the Queen Mary 2 ocean liner across the Atlantic, and then they're going to sail around England, and then they're going to go to Switzerland, and then they're going to go to Hamburg and catch the ship back to New York. This isn't cheap, No, this is not a discount cruise. But how can he do that? He makes people money. When you make people money, you make money. This is how I figured this out. I don't have to day trade. I have to show you how to day trade, and I reap the rewards as you reap rewards. All gratuities are gratefully accepted, but memberships and classes pay the bills. No question about it. Get rich, kids. I want you to become millionaires, really, really wealthy. Anyway, bagel option, bite to eat, eat to bite. Realized profits. They won't relate if it's not happening for them, sometimes you got to pop out and show them. Richard, have you been talking to my mom, by the way? Dean, that's how I feel, but I'm so excited to learn all of this. I can't wait. Exactly. Like I said, I'm so pumped about you guys. 28.44 on GameStop, 35.7 million volume. I'm on the air now, 2:34, so it's an hour 34 into the market here. 35 million, 36 million traded on GameStop. 27.55 the low, 28.42 now. Apple is down 92 cents. Tesla down 3.40. Google is up $1.50. So it's turned green. The market in the Dow Jones the Dow Jones market is down 200 points at this moment. Okay, let's take a look here at the other markets. Let me get them up here. Here we go. The Dow down 201, S&P down 16, Nasdaq down 2 points, 2.5 points. That's all. Nasdaq looks like it's about to go to the green. Interesting stuff. Oil up 8 cents a share, 78.71. Well, 8 cents a barrel, I should say. Oil up 9 cents a barrel. Nothing much going on there. Okay. In Europe, I think we're closed. Yeah, just about. Still down significantly there. Quarter point loss in the London, 1.5%, 1.6% in Germany. France is almost down 3% today on their markets. Italy, Spain, all down. We're negative 1, 2, 3% across a lot of European markets right now. The currencies, euro is under 107. It's 106.91. It was 107, 108 lately. Now it's around 107. The pound is at 126.70. It was 127.70 yesterday, and it was trying to go to 130, but with the election happening in England and now the election happening in France, there's a lot of uncertainty here with European markets, and so the pound is also backing off. So the U.S. dollar is gaining against world currencies right there. Okay, everybody. Little global update for you. The Nasdaq is down 6 points, S&P down 17, and then the Dow's off 211. So the Dow's down 0.55%. S&P is only down a third of a point, and Nasdaq 4/100ths of a point. So we don't have much of a loss on Nasdaq. We could go green at any time there, and then S&P might follow. The Dow is lagging the market. Looking at the Dow stocks, the winners are Salesforce, American Express, J.P. Morgan, and Microsoft. Those are the only 4 Dow stocks that are higher. Now, Dow stocks with like a loss of less than 1/10 of a point to maybe 0.5 percentage point. We're talking about stocks like Merck, Walmart, Chevron, Goldman, Johnson & Johnson, Visa Inc., Amgen, Procter & Gamble, Apple, Coca-Cola, Amazon, Verizon, United Health Group, Cisco. Those are about 0.5% or so down. And worse than that, at least 2/3 of a point and worse. Intel, Business Machines, IBM, Walt Disney, Honeywell, Nike, McDonald's. They're down 0.99, almost a full percentage point. These stocks are down more than a percentage point. Travelers Companies, Home Depot, 3M Company, Boeing, Caterpillar, and Dow Inc. The worst performer down 2.4%. The best performer, Salesforce, up 1.4%. Those are the up to the moment index quote or Dow 30 quotes on the Dow 30 stocks. There you go. 28.41 on GameStop, down 71 cents. Now we see it at 28.06, down $1 on GameStop, down $1, 28.06. Okay, 36 million traded right there on GameStop. Welcome to the party, pal. Glad you're all here. Appreciate it. Splair, wishing you all a great weekend going forward. Richard Carlin, neat. Bobby Atkinson, have a great weekend, Uncle Bruce. Always be writing and saying, neat. Sharon, I took it up because I needed a hobby and decided I wanted to make money and not cost money. My other hobbies are expensive. This hobby, I make a bunch of money doing this. This affords other hobbies. Richard Carlin, great choice, Sharon. good hobby to have, learning how to write stock options in your spare time. From anywhere in the world. This hobby you can take with you anywhere you go. Go to a coffee shop, go to Europe, go to South America, go to Asia for a while, travel America, travel Canada. Wherever you go, whatever you do, this hobby goes with you with whatever. Nice stuff, everybody. All right, there's the story. I'm sticking to it. Thank you all so very much. I'll be keeping an eye on these markets all day here. And if anything wild and wacky takes place, I'll try to just pop in with an alert. I wish you a wonderful weekend this weekend if I don't see you anymore today. Thank you all for your support of this YouTuber. Jen and I appreciate it so very much. Again, congratulations to those of you who have been grabbing classes. Ryan, Jason, David stepped in here. Yesterday, there was Juan, Jacob, Christopher. Who else was here? Powell, Alexander, Dennis, all kinds of you were in here. So, way to go, option class takers. You're going to, I think, be well rewarded for your investment into yourselves. I'm pumped. One, neat, Susan Shops. Bruce, folks should look right in GameStop August 1630s. They're going for $8.50. Unbelievable. Always be writing. SOFI dropped 4%. I sold more. Jan 25 $7 puts. Thank you very much. Dude, looking good on these GameStop put spreads. Uncle Bruce, one. Thank you, Uncle Bruce, for all you do for us. My wife says keep on learning. There you go. Thank you, guys. Christina sold next week's 30s for $3 each. Way to go, Christina. Taking the money. Big E, neat. Flair, cheers to everybody. Big E, neat. Susan Shops, those GameStop August 30s, 850s. Lorraine, 546 thumbs up, Spruce. Mandu number 5, neat. Thank you all very much. And thanks for answering the poll question. 1,499 respondents. We have over 550 thumbs ups. Thank you guys for helping out today, putting this channel on the map. Macallie Smith is a Gold Bagel member. Welcome, Macallie Smith, to the party. Thank you for joining in here. Great to see you. Great to have you on board. Love it. Giddy on up. Pick notes. I don't like writing when it's down. You have to give that up. You have to stop thinking that way. You have to write because you have to write. That's what you got to do. Just take the money. 2782, coming back to that 2755 level. So write, and keep writing. Luca, neat from Italy. Thank you, my friend. All of you out there from around the world, thank you for joining me today and all this week. And enjoy your weekend coming up. And let's get you richer. Macaulay, welcome from Dude. There you go, the Gold Bagel members. Don't forget, if you're a Gold Bagel member, you want to get on the Discord group, let me know with an email. Tell me your Gold Bagel name, and I'll get you the link that you can use to try to join the Discord channel over there. The chat group, Beach Boy. Neat. That's right. Thanks, Beach Boy. Everybody, thank you. Wednesday is closed on the market, by the way. Are we closed next Wednesday? Is there a reason for that? I don't even know. It's too early for me to figure this out. Next week, really? What's the big deal? I don't know. What's going on? What don't I know? I'm working too hard for you guys. I don't know. All right, kids. It's your buddy Uncle Bruce saying goodbye from Calgary, wishing you all a wonderful day. And keep your eyes peeled to this channel. You never know when I come on next. Well, sometimes without warning. What can I say? Juneteenth? I don't know what that means. McCall, thanks all. Glad to be at the party. Welcome to the party, pal. Nice to have you here, Beach Boy. Welcome, Macaulay, Richard Carlin. Neat. There you go. Charlie, thanks again, Uncle Bruce. Have a great day. Thanks, everybody. All the best to you. And get richer, please. And we'll talk to you real soon. All the best. Bye for now.